just the other night. Aaron Frankel, a record-setting 53 save performance to get the overtime win. The 24-year-old from Briarcliff Manor, New York, will get the start again. And at the other end, Anne-Renee Damien still looking for her first win against Boston this year. Tonight can be the night. The free agent signing for Montreal has a lot of big games under her belt, and she'll look to use that experience to her advantage here tonight.
Well, and a player we're looking at as well as Katie Taven. She played alongside Erin Ambrose, that top pairing unit. She was so effective, played 32 minutes, was all over the ice, and Corey Chevrier, the head coach of Montreal, gave her high praise, saying she's an athlete that's really elevated her game and is a critical piece to the back end.
Chasing the championship continues tonight. Boston in the lead, 1-0 on the series. Can Montreal tie it up? Emily Brown will send it deep in the zone for Boston. The strong OT push. Susanna Tapney, a welcomed addition to this group, getting it done just here the other night. Now Montreal can get this deep in Boston's zone. Frankel will come out to play the puck. Sarah Stacey, an early shot for her. You know she's hungry to find the back of the net here tonight.
Well, yeah, I think she was a little bit frustrated with all of the opportunities that she did have, but she's a big game player. She'll find a way to rise to the occasion.
One more point for Laura Stacey, and she'll bring a league-high 7-game point streak. She did pick up an assist on Kristen O'Neill's power play goal that opened the scoring in the second period in Game 1.
Well, you know that Boston will certainly want to make sure that they're dictating play right away, and it all starts with the forecheck. You want to make sure that you're controlling that area of the ice.
Deja Ralamo trying to feed it ahead. Hillary Knight, we have seen score clutch goals this year. She got 6 on the year. Each one of those have been difference maker, including in that category an overtime winner. Centering pass looking for Michaela Grant-Mentes, who comes into this game with 8 shots on net to lead Montreal in Game 1.
Fratkin playing her very closely, making sure she's taking away her ice. Grant-Mentes was able to get in, and Corey Chevrier talked about how smart she is, a great addition to their team.
Montreal working it down. Lumaker, good. Mentes kicks it in front, tries to tap it in. A no-look shot, trying to catch Frankel off her post.
Yeah, we were just talking about her and just having the foresight to throw that puck to the net, trying to see if Frankel was cheating on that strong side. As you can see, that puck works its way below the goal line, side to side, and just throwing it on net. You can see you got some net front traffic in and around looking for the rebounds. Grant-Mentes finding her nose for the net.
5 meetings between Montreal and Boston. 4 have been decided by just 1 goal. 3 of these meetings have needed overtime. Knew this was going to be a close series, and it showed us just that in Game 1. This face-off to the left of Frankel, one back by Hannah Brandt. Megan Keller jumps down to feed this puck ahead. Her minutes were incredible in Game 1, Cheryl, as Hillary Knight comes in for Boston. Knight trying for the shot. Dave Van, early stop, the puck's loose. Montreal does clear it away as Boston gets a great chance early in this game.
Hannah Brandt's won a few of her face-offs. The opening one against Poulin, and wins again to be able to get that puck, get the exit with some speed, and Hillary Knight getting a shot on net.
Tapney comes out to pressure Montreal. Susanna Tapney, 4 game-winning goals now for her on her career in this inaugural season in the PWHL from Turku, Finland. Quick whistle here. Faceoff will come just in front of Boston's bench.
Hannah Brandt is one of the strongest in the face-off, shot 52.6% last game, and again it wins back, and you see Megan Keller just throwing it up the boards. Babstock makes that play to the middle of the ice, and that's the support that they need. The puck carrier needs support, and that slash across by Hillary Knight is why they are able to gain speed off of the rush, and she gets that shot to net.
Babstock 16 here with Boston, was a reserve player for them for quite some time. Signed 1 10-day SBA and then signed the 1 year back on April 30th. Taylor Gard moved to LTIR. Boston and Montreal have certainly been dealing with injuries this year. Boston without Jamie Lee Rattray as well. Speaking with head coach Courtney Kessel, she does expect her to return at some point, so that is good news. And Sarah Lafleur back in the lineup for Montreal concerning the game suspension. Pad save for Frankel, as O'Neill gets taken out along the boards. Marie-Philippe Poulin working hard down low to the point. Ambrose, she'll load. She'll spin back, send it deep in the corner for O'Neill, who will pick it up, trying to outward Kraken. Norris had that heroic goal late in the 3rd period against Montreal to punch their ticket to playoff action just a week ago. A chance for Stacey, and it's a great stick by Frankel. Capo will feed it right back down as Erin Frankel comes out to play the puck. Deja Alamo feeding it up high. Lena Mueller has been heating up here for Boston. Joins in on the attack. Tapney out wide for Boston. with speed. Tabney comes right back into Sophie Shirley. She tries to dip it down low, and then a Boulier disrupts momentum.
Well, that's two really nice exit for Boston, and again, it's because of the support. You've seen that cutback. If your gap isn't perfect, you allow the forwards to cut back to the middle of the ice. We saw that with Sophie Shirley in the Achia goal, the equalizer in the opening game.
Number 9 with Boston. Shot from the point, it's off the backboard. Shirley will pick it up. Better stick by Boulier. She punches it ahead for Keppel. Montreal looking upwards. Blah will try to skate into this puck. Now Keppel. Wisconsin native feeding it ahead. She's been more physical in her game later in this season. The defender elevated minutes. It's a Princeton graduate. Warren trying to feed it ahead. Back to the hands of Montreal. Taylor Mentes trying to get through traffic.
Moore does a great job just to squeeze her out, make sure that she's right on her so she can't gain entry. Brent Mentes was outnumbered, and so you have to recognize that and attack right away.
One-year SBA with Montreal back on March 17th. Started her season with Ottawa. Taylor Mentes, she pressures the puck. Miskowski tries to feed it ahead. It's for head coach Corey Chevry. Pleased with the efforts in game 1. But a win is what you need in playoffs.
Well, she said it was their most complete game, and yes, that the players were frustrated, but the underlying metrics were certainly positive. She's felt like they've been elevating throughout the course of the year. And at the beginning of the year, they weren't showing well in terms of on paper, but they were opportunistic, so the metrics weren't as good. But now that they find themselves dancing, putting 54 shots on net, you think about that number, they've certainly controlled the slot as well.
Montreal's seen their ups and downs this season, but continue to make adjustments as the year has gone on. Earning that second spot in the standings. Poulet on the turnover, feeding it ahead for Stacy out wide. Tries for the wrist shot, a great stop by Frankel. Frankel has been in the thorn in the side of Laura Stacy here in this series.
Well, and you can come off of some pressures right off of the face-off here, kind of a 50-50 puck. You see some good quick transition, a little bit of a reverse here. And you think that Boston's going to get out, but you can see the sticks here of Kristen O'Neill, and she punches that puck to the middle. Keller and Poulin, anytime she's in the middle of the ice, she's going to scan so fast. She makes a brilliant play. She's a real distributor, and just look for her to make those slot passes, not just shoot from there, but create from there.
Yeah, led this team in points this season. 10 goals, 13 assists, and power play marker to show for that. So Montreal's power play continues to heat up. They did have a 5-on-3 chance in game number 1 against Boston. Staying out of the box will be topical for Boston as the series continues. 5 penalties in game 1, tied from the most here in the last 5 games. Ambrose feeds it ahead. Kate Taven, welcome addition here to Montreal. Agia, a late tying goal for Boston, feeding it ahead. In time for Costa in the corner. Shirley jumping on the loose puck, a 2-2 battle to the right of Desbiens. Costa comes out with it. That's Healy trying to feed it right back down. Taven with some room now. She's looking for Claire Dalton. Out to the point. Sydney Moore holds, finds Shirley. Boston starting to scan Montreal zone. Healy takes a look, a high shot off the back boards.
Well, you can see that Montreal's a bit of a 5 on a die there. Poulin in the center in the middle of the ice. Trying to keep everything on the perimeter, but Boston does a nice job of maintaining possession.
Lena Mueller now, the Switzerland native, signing a 3-year contract with Boston. Feeds it ahead, Shirley with a chance on the backhand. She'll spin back into the hands of Maureen Murphy. Mueller was calling for it.
You see Sophie Shirley catch up to that puck too. She's got a real nice set of hands as well, so in tight spaces she can really manipulate her opponent, and I think she's got to be effective. Boston has to find ways to put pucks in the net, and without Jamie Lee Rattray, they're going to need some secondary scoring as well.
We've seen Boston have strong third period performances, of course overtime as well, but it's bringing that energy to the first. Tapani out wide, she'll feed it down low. Keller will jump on the loose puck. 39 minutes in that first game. Megan Keller, a staple here for Boston. Brent Mentes, Montreal on the attack. Daou will feed it deep in the zone. She'll go for a change.
Daou got in front of a shot the other day, and it was certainly looked like she was laboring and hobbled to the bench. Nice to see that she's back out here.
With Montreal for this one playoff series. Getting her on the 10-day SPA. Boston, a chance for front. They score! And Boston has opened the scoring here in Montreal.
It's going to be Amanda Pelkey, and it's going to be from below the goal line. So the fourth line getting some action out here, and they're in the offensive zone, and it all comes over the turnover. You play the body in the neutral zone, and you're able to have a quick transition. You get up, you get in, you get on your horse, and it's all about hounding pucks. And because they hound and they come two below the goal line, Pelkey recognizes that puck is going to come to her, so she throws it out front. You can see Renee Desbiens sealed to the post, and that one just squeaks through with Gigi Marvin heading towards the net. So that players like Pelkey were going to have to be effective. She's also had an overtime goal in the series against Montreal over the course of the regular season. So she's got some good wheels to her, but good anticipation to recognize that puck was going to come to her and just throw it out front. Look to attack the paint.
How about that for the Vermont natives? Got 2 goals here in the PWHL over the course of regular season and playoff, both coming against Montreal. Amanda Pelkey stepping up here for Boston in an early start, carrying over that momentum from game 1. Hannah Brandt with the lane. She'll shoot off the post. A laser shot by Hannah Brandt. They look for the insurance marker.
One of the things I'm noticing here, Kens, is their quick transitions and the way they're supporting off the puck. So they're moving that puck 3-4 foot passes. They're getting out with some speed, something we didn't see in the first period of game 1.
An outstanding statistic for Boston. They have won 10 of their 11 games when scoring first. And it's Amanda Pelkey who gets it done here in the first period for her first playoff goal. Before chips it ahead, Healy has pressure by Dalton. That puck floats up high. Gigi Marvin plays it down. And offside will be the call.
Well, Courtney Kessel talked about being urgent right from puck drop, and that's exactly what her team has done. They found ways to support the puck and get the entry with speed, and it's when you're connected, you're able to create that speed through the neutral zone, and you back up the coverage of the stall to the middle of the ice. Now all of a sudden your D can activate and jump into those pockets in the high ice as well. Again, the cutback in the delay. You can see Hannah Brandt driving the net to create those space, but it's about quick transition, and when it gets into the offensive zone, making sure you're on it first and forechecking, and that's exactly what happens on the Pelkey goal. You got 2 down low, pressing, you throw it out front, good things can happen.
And Boston, just like that, eating away 1-0. Emily Brown working down low, deep in the zone for Boston. David for Montreal trying to find the equalizer, back to the point. Catherine Daou feeds it deep in the zone. Keller jumping on the loose puck. She's on a 3-game point streak herself. Marvin trying to read that far pass.
So opportunistic in that first game where they were heavily outplayed, in particular in the first period, and that message certainly has been sent that they had to start with more pace.
Magia now working hard down low for Boston. Shirley trying to fight off pressure. This players Boston has traded for that really helped them there in game number 1. Alexia Gia and Susanna Tapney came over from Minnesota. And a Pelkey with this group since day 1. Now making this a 1-0 game. Boulier out wide for Montreal, takes it through neutral ice, now through center. One further, can't get by DiGirolamo. Brandt on the loose puck. She'll feed around for Hillary Knight, picked up her 14th medal at the most recent World Championship, most ever at the Women's Worlds. Now time for Poulin, the 2 stars going head-to-head in this series. Here comes Poulin, Knight on the back check. Poulin cuts up further as she tries to protect the puck. Knight now, as she blows a tire, hopes to capitalize.
You see Poulin stop on a dime so often, and she shakes her coverage. Even if you shake your coverage a foot, you know that'll open up a lane to be able for her to move the puck into. She's one of the best at it, just that distribution to the slot area.
Aaron Arambos feeds it ahead. Here comes Kristen O'Neill out wide. She has Stacey with her. Stacey Franco with an unbelievable stop.
Oh, if Kristen O'Neill had fed that pass just a second earlier, I think Stacey would have been off to the races, ran out of real estate.
A great chance for Montreal to tie this up here partway through period at number 1. This top line for Montreal has gotten their chances. When you look at Montreal's 2 top lines in game number 1, they accounted for 57% of those shots on net. A whopping 54 they put up against Frankel. Hannah Brandt will flip that down.
Well, you know that Corey Chevry is going to have them out there, that top line in the offensive zone. 59% of the O-zone draws were won by Montreal.
Montreal looking to even this series up and even the game as Boston holds the lead 1-0. Welcome back inside Plasma. Let's head ringside now with Reagan Subban, joined with Amanda Pelkey.
Amanda, personally, when you score a goal that early into the game, what does it do for your confidence?
I think the whole team's just trying to build off momentum, whether it's a little play or it's a goal. We wanted to come out strong because we know, I think the last game we were a little flat-footed, so that was our goal.
Thank you so much. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Pelkey on the ice, presented by Discover. A big goal for her to take the lead, 1-0 for Boston. Now Babcock looking to make it 2, out wide, cuts back, can't get by Aaron Ambrose. Now a chance in front, stolen away by Poulet.
Well, that's great anticipation and knowing exactly where Brandt was coming down that weak side post, and that's just really cerebral play by the captain.
Captain Clutch moving ahead for Kristen O'Neill. She'll cut back. Stacy now top of the circles, out wide. Spins it back. Loose puck, Taven will jump on it. Montreal has to regroup to stay onside. Stacy pushing Keller to the boards. Now a stretch pass for Knight. Keppel on the back check, puck out in front. Wiskowski gets a piece of it. Boston getting their chances here in the first. Healy keeping this puck in the zone. Sydney Morin top the blue line. She'll hit it off the backboards. Harvin now and behind the net. Wiskowski after the loose puck. Tough collision. They both jump right back up. Pelkey trying to pull this puck to loose.
You'll notice that Boston shooting a foot or two off of the post, and it's hitting that backboards. We saw that a lot in the opening game, especially when Hillary Knight was in and around the paint. She could cover the puck, also use her body to shield to try and get an opportunity on net.
Hillary Knight playing 32 minutes in game number 1 here in the playoffs. Her first taste of PWHL playoff hockey. So used to seeing her and Poulet go head-to-head with their country's colors, but now for the first time in the PWHL, they meet in playoff hockey.
Well, and when you're in the playoffs, you need your entire lineup to find ways to put the puck in the net. This is just a beautiful entry, and you can see Sophie Shirley just with that cutback, and that's a skill set that she has left to right, very dynamic, and Agia is able to put it in. And again, just anticipation by Pelkey, recognizing that puck's going to come to her, and she says, listen, I'm just going to throw it out front. There's a lot of traffic there. You never know what kind of bounce you're going to get. So you look at players like Sophie Shirley on the 3rd line, Pelkey on the 4th line, some significant contributions.
Face off to the right of Franco. Poulet tries for the shot. Rebound chance. It popped off Geralimo's shin pads. Montreal liking those set face-offs.
Well, set face-offs and differing whether it's on the left or the right side, but when you win 59% of your draws in the offensive zone, you continue to put that same line out there.
And that's an edge for Montreal. They have that depth down the center. As Stacy rips the shot just wide of Frankel. Having many options in the face-off circle certainly has helped them gain possession early as the physicality starts to build. Stacy holds, tries to let the shot go. A great chance, keeping in control. Geralimo now looking to head up ice. She'll get a stretch pass. There's the Schaffsel out wide for Boston. She'll slow up, wait for support. Schaffsel spins it right back down as Boston looks to start the cycle. Mueller kicks it one further. Shirley chasing after it.
Well, Boston is a team that likes to operate and work the cycle, but it's about knowing when it is open to be able to move that puck to the slot. You have to attack off of it.
Shirley picking up speed. Keller one time off the backboards. Tough angle. Brown tries to follow it up. Keller walking the blue line. Down low, a tough angle. Desbiens will make the save. Costa to Shirley. Now Keller, Boston has some room. Tries for the shot, up high. Montreal looking to chip this puck out. Tired group here, a long shift for Montreal. Costa looking for the wraparound. Desbiens standing tall.
Well, and that's just a great shift by the 3rd line for Boston. You can see that Sophie Shirley was buzzing around. She was even coming outside of the blue line so that when she came down and looked to attack the net, she had some speed, but providing an option. And then when you're moving, you can recover a puck, especially if it's loose, but that's just great work. Putting Montreal back on their heels. That's something we did not see in the first period of the opening frame. It was the other way around, but this certainly was some sustained pressure, and you see some switches happening going into that high ice. You got net front presence with Agia, and you're throwing pucks, and now all of a sudden you've got the top line for Montreal chasing the puck. See that switch up high, Megan Keller, and of course Sophie Shirley coming back down that high slot area. Just love that movement and disrupting of coverage, but when you're moving, you have a better chance of recovering loose pucks.
What I love about Shirley's story is she spent time playing the CWHL before she headed off to college. As we take our first look at special teams here, a delayed penalty on the way against Montreal. It's right off that face-off. And so Boston will be going to the power play as an interference call against Boulier will force her to sit for 2 or less.
Well, and sometimes this is what happens. You get squeezed a little bit when you find that you're back on your heels and you've been in vulnerable spots. You're coming off a shift or you've been in your own zone, so you're trying to do things, and now all of a sudden, the momentum has changed, and it's in Boston's favor right now. That's going to be the call on Boulier right there. And you can see Hillary Knight's going to spend some time at the top. She'll work her way net front, of course, where she's one of the best in the world in the blue paint.
And so it's Boston's power play still looking to strike against Montreal. They are 0 for 9 in this series matchup. And Mueller will step in to take the draw. Face off to the right of Davian. Boston's power play will go to work here in the first period. Brant feeding across for Hillary Knight. High shot gets blocked by Montreal, and they'll send it the distance.
There's certainly a train of thought with the high shot versus the low shot. And the coaches talk about that. Sometimes when it is a high shot, you can redirect it a little bit better out of the air and get the deflection you want. Certainly know Megan Keller will shoot from the point.
A slap shot. Well, I gotta give to test everyone who is willing to stand in front of it. A wicked shot she has from the blue line, and she'll look to let it go here. Keller feeds it across for Knight. Hillary Knight taking a look. She'll let it go straight in the glove of Davian.
Well, interesting. You see Hillary Knight on her onside. She gets a shot from the point area, and she's working herself to the opposite flank for that shot. And normally we see her in and around that slot area or the paint, but she's going to back out because she recognizes that she's the closest one to be able to support the puck. She takes that shot and, again, just snaps it towards the net, and it's about it getting through, and Davian's able to hold on for the face-off.
Anna Brandt now in the face-off dog for Boston. To the point, Knight working it up high with Keller. Now Mueller looking to feed her deep in the zone. Alina Mueller settles. She'll hold, looking for an option. 2 power play goals on her regular season play. Down low for Knight. Scanning. Far side. Looking for an option. Brandt will have to reset as Melody Daou tries to feed it to center. Mueller resetting. Feeds it right back down. Knight will chase after the puck. Pushed out by Keppel. And it gone here on Boston's power play. Keller tries for the one-time, opts for a pass to Mueller. Nina Mueller setting up shot, far side pass, walking in, another release. Boston hoping to find the rebound, but nothing in sight.
Well, a little bit of deception from Mueller opened up that lane to Hannah Brand, and it was an east-west pass, but it was just that subtle detail of deception that opened that lane. And you know, she's a creative player that is typically pass first.
Brand, who made spoiler in Minnesota back on April 27th, that final goal, 2.7 seconds after the game. Minnesota right now fighting for life in the series against Toronto. Tapany to the point, walking the line. Morin finds Shirley. Final seconds here, Boston's power play. Offside will be the call here.
Some good movement by Boston, and that puck comes to Brand. She's ready to fire it. You can see that she's got that dot. She can probably walk in, but look at Hillary Knight. She's worked her way from the flank right down to the top of the paint, and much like Natalie Spooner, often looks behind her just to see where the eyes of the goaltender are and make sure she's as big as possible, just trying to out-battle and take away the sight line.
Knight and Brandt, those 2 players that have that ingrained chemistry with their time at the national team, really showcasing that here on this power play as we're back to even strength. Boston able to get 1 shot on net. 2-on-1 unfolding for Boston. Out comes Ambrose, making this a 2-on-2. Pelkey beating up high. DiGirolamo trying to fight for space. Into the zone, chasing after the puck. Pelkey hopes to recover. Ambrose squeezing her out towards the boards. Tapany chasing after the loose puck as Keppel tries to win the board battle.
Well, Tapany's steer and just keeping her feet moving, she just squeezes Tapany right into Dubois.
Chance for Montreal, stolen away. Johnsel feeding right back down. Boulier looks to go D to D. Keppel up ice.
Well, we mentioned the time on ice for Megan Keller, over 37 minutes last game, but she was doing it all from the back end. She's a key cog on that blue line, but she also activates, whether it's down the middle or down the weak side, but she plays with the physicality and good timing, but it's the leverage of her stick and her transition skating that takes away ice when forwards or defenders look to attack the net. I mean, she has been incredible, and mentioned that minute she played, she also had 4 shots on goal. She got that helper on the OT winner, but she also had a couple penalties, so could have tacked on another 4 minutes to her time on ice if she weren't in the sin bin.
It's been a physical series, that's for sure, as this crowd has just been electric here in the first period. I'm sure that noise is driving in the homes back, and it has just been so loud. Murphy trying to win this draw as Montreal fans trying to bring their team here some extra energy to close out this first period. Murphy and Keller, some extra words here behind play. Babstock feeding it ahead for Knight. All alone, she'll wait for support. Feeds it ahead, a chance in front for Tapani, looking for the rebound. Now back in the hands of Montreal.
You see that Melody Daou as well as Poulin have been aligned here. And there'll be some shuffling within the lineup, but not for Megan Keller. You know, she's going to be a stalwart. This is a one-on-one battle that started below her goal line, but player on player follows Murphy up almost to the blue line. And listen, as a defender, you have to recognize when you have a stick on your player, and if you've closed, you often have to hand off if there's too much distance between yourself and that player. But Megan Keller recognized that she had closed and wanted to stay with her the distance.
Murphy picked up in the 3rd round by General Manager Daniel Sauvageau here with Montreal. Tapani tries to let the shot go in the slot. Poulin blocks it.
Well, and Murphy is certainly a critical piece of that PP1 and in that bumper spot. We saw on their power play goal in the opening game, her just really draw the coverage into her, and she bumped it out quickly with a nice set of hands.
Her style of game really intrigued Poulin. She said she was really looking forward to playing with her right at the start of the series. As Katie Taven looks to work it up ice. Keeping things to the perimeter. Taven takes it all the way. Take it down in the final seconds here. The crowd sharing their opinions on the hit.
Oh, we've seen a couple of offsides too, in particular on Boston, where they just come outside the line, and Katie Taven as well there, is that she's entering off of the rush. Those are the tough ones when you do have that full possession and you know you're going to gain entry. Now you wind up in a face-off situation, and a brand back out there against Poulin.
I think a player like Katie Taven, Montreal will be interested in extending her. Keeping her around has been such a welcomed addition on the back end. Montreal getting it deep into Boston zone. Franco feeding it ahead. Keller taking a look off the boards and up. Gia, quick pass to center. Hillary Knight. A nice play by Boston, feeding the goal scorer in Hillary Knight straight down the ice.
Well, and I like the bump back, because if you're on the boards and you know you're not moving because you're static, you got to bump it back, and you're bumping it back to a pocket, but then the player in front of the puck has to get going, and that's exactly what Hillary Knight does. It's a little bit of a miscue, but the face-off is in the offensive zone.
A great play drawn up by the coaching staff. Just hitting Bouillet's stick right at the final second, or else Hillary Knight would have been gone. Face-off to the right of Desbiens. One back by Brandt. Knight kicks it up high. Keller to Morin. She'll let the shot go. Rebound chance into the corner. Knight first on it. Battling hard against Ambrose. O'Neill now on the near side. Morin trying to push it further. Poulin finding Aaron Ambrose. 14 assists in the regular season.
That's Anna Brandt that punches that puck forward, just really defensively responsible. Recognize that the D was up ice, so tracks back to make sure, you know, that alley-oop by Ambrose doesn't get in behind anyone.
Franco will come out to play the puck. She'll settle it as we enter the final minute here in period number 1. Anna Pelkey getting it done for Boston. The tap pass back to center on Boston's breakout. Looking ahead for Knight. Tapani chasing after the loose puck as Keppel pulls it back to center. Recognize there, LaFour was chasing. Mueller to the D. Vracken feeding it right back up high. Now Mueller. Trying to keep this puck in over the line. Montreal trying to settle things and wind down this clock, but Boston not done yet. Schaufel pulling it in front. Desbiens will make the save. Tensions rising in Montreal's crease.
Well, and Shabzal just has the tenacity to try and take this puck to the net, and that's why this little bit of a melee is ensuing in front of Anne-Renee Desbiens, and it's just hard work along the board. You can see everyone right there, and again, it's Tapani who's able to disrupt the puck. Shabzal is coming in on our offside. You see that wide stance, and you're doing that to protect the puck, and then you want to pull back to the middle and find a way to get the puck to net, and you can see Tapani right on the doorstep. She tapped it in overtime, and she was looking for the tap there as well. And she's getting a couple as well. See everyone converging to protect Desbiens.
Susanna Tapani always in and around the net. Final seconds here of period number 1. Montreal looking to keep things to the outside. Stacey looking for Kristen O'Neill as period number 1 comes to a close. And a Pelkey, the difference maker here in this first for her.
Welcome back inside Crossbell, where Boston is currently leading 1-0 after 20 minutes. I'm here with Montreal's Laura Stacey. Laura, obviously not the start you guys wanted, but what are you seeing out there?
Yeah, you're right. We have more to give. We have more to do. I think we need to keep things a little more simple, move the puck, get the puck to the net, and see what can happen. There's a ton of time left in this game. We're confident in ourselves. We trust each other. We just got to go out there, have fun, and do it.
What are you liking so far?
Yeah, I think we're moving our feet. I think we're trying to get the red. Skating-wise, I think we can get the puck there moving quicker than our feet can. But to be honest, I love our compete. I think if we just step it up and execute it a tiny bit more, good things are going to happen.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Off the face-off, Poulin will win it back. It's David jumping in on rush play early. She'll feed it deep in the zone. Kristen O'Neill, hard F1 after the loose puck. Or Stacey trying to feed it far side. Anna Brandt looking to protect the puck. Stacey hitting around the net. Looking to tuck it home. She'll feed it to the point instead. Taven with the shot, blocked by Knight. Ambrose picks it up, lets it go. And a save made by Frankel. Now time for Stacey on the backhand. Strong regular season, Laura Stacey, my goodness, 10 goals for, tied with Poulet. Looking for one here in the playoffs. Tripped up, a penalty it will be. Montreal is going to go to the power play. Kristen O'Neill drawing a penalty again. We saw her draw 2 in game number 1. One being against Keller, so she will take a seat.
Well, again, it's about momentum, and it all starts right from the face-off. And you know that in the intermission, Corey Chevry would have been talking about urgency and establishing a forecheck, and that's exactly what they do right off the hop. Taven puts it in, but the key here is how you go get it. You got to keep your feet moving, lead with your stick, and that punch just out. But look who's next in line. It's going to be Stacey leading with her stick. And again, now all of a sudden you're closing, and you wind up with the puck. Once you have possession, now you got Boston chasing, and that's eventually what leads to the penalty by Megan Keller.
Roughing will be the call. Montreal's power play will go to work. Got 3 power play goals in their last 2 meetings against Boston. Great chance to find the equalizer. Maureen Murphy feeding it to the point. Ambrose feeds it near side for Poulet. Ambrose will take a look. Stacey one time gets blocked by DiGirolamo. We know Laura Stacey loves to just let it go at the top of the circles. Trying to feed Maureen Murphy in the slot here, deep in the zone.
Well, and that was a really nice stick by Hillary Knight on Maureen Murphy, able to just lift it in time so she can't get that puck, and it goes back to their own zone. And so Montreal has to collect themselves to get it 200 feet back down the ice.
Stacey on a 6-game point streak, feeds it around the net. Poulet tries to lead it back to the defender, picked up for Murphy. Poulet up by Ambrose, settles. Challenged by Marvin. Poulet down low, out in front. Murphy with a one-time shot. An even better stop by Frankel.
Well, that's just a great sequence there. You can see that triangle. Murphy with a beauty of a one-timer.
This power play brought to you by Royal Tiger Towel. Power through tough messes as Poulet gets robbed by Erin Frankel. Unbelievable.
Now we're talking on the power play, and this is just a beautiful sequence. We talked about Maureen Murphy in the bumper position. You have to have a quick set of hands, and you have to know how to pop out at the right time. And when Kristen O'Neill comes below the goal line, you're going to see Murphy come back to that slot area. See the switch happens. She's getting pushed off the puck, so she pops backwards. You can see that triangle. Boom! There it is. But Erin Frankel to task. And how about Erin Ambrose using her eyes as deception, knowing that Poulin has got one heck of a one-timer. Lets it rip, but Erin Frankel flashes the leather.
What a save. Ambrose looks to set up shop again. Poulin top of the dot. Scans. She'll feed it down low for O'Neill. Under 45 seconds to go on Montreal's power play. Ambrose fakes the shot. One time, Murphy lets it go, and she scores! Kristen O'Neill on the power play, and Montreal ties it up.
Well, pick your poison. I mean, when you're moving the puck like this, and you just had a rotation between Poulin and Kristen O'Neill, and it happens again. Poulin works her way low, and that puck works below the goal line. Look at where Kristen O'Neill gets to. She gets right to the front of the net, knowing that that puck has worked its way high for the one time. Murphy, who's in that bumper position, she backs out to be able to support, to get that one-timer shot. And now you got numbers in and around the paint. You have to create numbers on a power play. That's exactly what they do with their perimeter movement, and Kristen O'Neill with her second power play goal of this postseason.
Montreal's power play has been the difference maker for them in this series. O'Neill, back-to-back power play goals, and we are all tied up at 1 here in the second period. On the turnover, Agia looking to respond. Desvin will get the whistle.
When you look at the way they moved and how Murphy backed out of the bumper position to make herself available from Erin Ambrose, who distributes to her, it's just a beautiful sequence, disrupting the coverage. Unpredictable.
Unpredictable is Montreal's power play. Erin Ambrose picking up a secondary assist on the goal. And we have got ourselves a hockey game. This series has been very entertaining. As collision here just in front of Montreal's bench. Both players pop right back up.
Well, and emotions are certainly high, so we're going to start to see that physicality just go through the roof.
Getting a hit now, Bracken on Claire Dalton. Johnson pushed off by LaFour. Play will continue. David now trying to feed it ahead. Boulier looking for room as Tapani puts her up in the corner. Megan Keller on the loose puck. Looks to feed it right back. Hillary Knight now looking to respond. She'll come back in front, and a great feed. Now Keller holds, lets the shot go. Desvin will make the stop. Now Boston trying to get some ozone time against Montreal.
Lots of good communication by Keller to Brown as well, recognizing O'Neill was trying to fly the zone, getting behind, in that communication allowed Brown to pick her up.
Knight off the shoulder. Desvin will hold on.
Well, and it's been physical since that goal by Montreal, but the chance comes off of a quick transition. You can see Hillary Knight, I think she had the lane to make the pass before the cutback, but nonetheless, she has Costa going right to the net. So that was Babstock going right to the net and trying to get inside position with her stick on the ice for a redirect.
Face-off will be deep in Montreal zone to let the baby in. Will take the draw here for Boston. Spent time playing center back in college at Quinnipiac University. Up against Poulin. Numbers have just been electric in the face-off dot. Stacey now looking up ice with speed. Shirley strong on the back check. Poulin out wide, takes a look. Boulier jumping in on play. No feedback. Alagia trying to flip it ahead. Boulier on the loose puck, not much time, as Sophie Shirley gets the extra stick on it. Shirley with speed out wide for Boston. Trying to find it ahead. Jossel taken down. Now Poulin. Bringing this crowd loud here. Taken down. The crowd not pleased to see their captain taken down on the rush play. Boston back the other way on the far side. Elke trying to get through the legs of Taven. Kristen O'Neill going to feed it down. Cindy Moore communicating with Erin Frankel. She'll leave it in behind. Back at center, Montreal. Ambrose with a shoulder check. She'll go D to D. Now time for Katie Taven to take a look up ice. Grant Mentes taps it for Melanie Daou through traffic, drops it back. Grant Mentes tries for the shot.
And that's just pursuit by Gigi Marvin.
On the backhand, it will land. Grant Mentes looking to be the difference maker.
Well, and you're seeing it go back and forth right now. The game really opening up, and it's ice closing as well, and Poulin, she's going inside out on DiGirolamo, and it almost looks like she has the space, but DiGirolamo turns, takes the body. It's not easy to send Poulin to the ice.
This series has just been neck and neck all year long. Tie at 1-1 here tonight. Tie goals, 4 goals against at 12 apiece. Shavzel with some room. Maybe Keppel. She'll get pinned up against the boards. Brings some room for Maureen Murphy. She'll rim it up high. Brown. Gonna cut by Grant Mentes. Murphy gets a push on it.
Well, that's a nice play by Grant Mentes, because if she lets her by, right, there's going to be an opening in that high ice if she travels towards that puck. So really nice play. Corey Chevry gave her a lot of praise in her IQ when we spoke to her pregame.
Boston has beaten Montreal in the span of 1 week 2 times. They would love to close this out and head into their home rink. Have a chance to have the game winner. Back the other way. Brandt through traffic. O'Neill. Hillary Knight through traffic. Now O'Neill back the other way. Well, the two collide heavily back in game 1. Big size difference between O'Neill and Knight. This physicality continues to rise.
Well, of course, Chevry using her top 2 lines heavily here in the second period. You can see coming right back to the Poulin line, just trying to reestablish the energy after that goal.
Stacey on the turnover. O'Neill! Her shot just wide. Opportunistic has been Montreal's MO here in the second period. But here comes Knight. Her shot just wide. Great chance for Montreal's top line.
Well, and you see miss the net again in that slot area. And then Hillary Knight responds a favor by missing it when she gets to it moments later.
Warren pushed up against boards by David. Montreal playing physical here on the outside. Taman trying to cut in front, lets the shot go.
That's Brown.
Franklin scored one of Boston's most historic goals, of course, just last week against Montreal in the final minute and 20 seconds to give them the win and punch their ticket to playoff hockey. Minnesota losing earlier in the day as well to help them reach that accomplishment as Sarah LaFord tries to win this puck back.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how Montreal deploys their lines without Keller out there.
LaFord, shot into the belly of Frankel. Katie Taven now getting chased by Babstock. She'll push her up against the boards. Poulin trying to get by Knight. Has Stacey with her. Now Laura Stacey out wide for Montreal. Takes a look, trying to feed it down low. She'll chase after the loose puck. Stacey, tough angle, lets it go. Neal back out in front. Mazowski pressured by Poulin. Hannah Brandt now with some time. 10 points this season in the PWHL as Murphy to assist in the playoffs. O'Neill tries to tuck it home. What a move by Kristen O'Neill. And now Boston, Hillary Knight on the outside. Holds DiGirolamo, her shot just high. Mazowski now trying to push this off the back netting. What a sequence at either end.
Oh, bring it, eh, Kenzie Lalonde? As this game opens up and it goes one way and then the other, and it's going to start with Montreal. It's just a really nice play by Murphy. And Kristen O'Neill knows how to use her body. She is small, but she is mighty, knowing how to shield. Again, Murphy draws to her, and look at that, coming in, going backwards, shields that puck from Brown to pull it to the forehand. But guess what? Let's go the other way. It winds up being a 3-on-2, and guess who activates? It's going to be DiGirolamo again. The defender jumps in, recognizing that Laura Stacey's playing defense.
DiGirolamo, 2022 CHA best defender. She was just shy of a 12 assists a year during her college days. Welcome addition to this Boston group. Marvin throws it higher. Murphy hopes to capitalize. She'll feed it to Boulier. Grant Mentes picking up speed. Trying to find Ali Daou at center. Grant Mentes down low, out in front. Agia gets taken down. Boulier as well. Now Meliadou with the lane. Spins back. Drops down. Sydney Morin playing physical. Daou trying to win this draw right back, and she will. Takes a look, lets the shot go. A great block by Jess Healy.
That's nice. Jess Healy just played over 3 minutes in that opening game and gets in the shooting lane and blocks a shot.
Her first goal back March 6th against Toronto.
Well, she knows how to play physical, played in the SDHL. Of course, in Sweden, that league is a contact league.
Expecting a lot of SDHL players to come over in the draft as Dubois tries to tuck it home. Montreal heading out here with her fourth line, looking to make something happen. Play out in front, Marvin boxing out. David will pick it up. Down low, Dubois taking a look, trying for the wraparound. The puck's loose. The alum keeps it in the zone. Taven winds, her shot just high. Ambrose will settle. She'll have to head back. Here comes Mueller. And Mueller is seen sporadically here in this game. Looks to get a chance here for Boston. Bien feeding it to the far side. Tapany hopes to be first on it. Poulin pinning her up against the boards. Tabin providing support.
Well, that's a good last shift for Montreal, and it was their fourth line, centered by David. And of course, Lum and Dubois not getting on the ice in that opening game, and that's a really nice shift. Applied pressure and got a scoring opportunity.
Lum turning 28 tomorrow. And playoff hockey. As Poulin takes a look. Off the skate of Stacey, she will skate after it. Lum will go for a change. Out comes O'Neill. Stacey cuts back, taking a look, trying for the wraparound play. Frankel reading it through. Stacey having herself an incredible year. Yes, hockey, you've seen her play in a while. Herself a 3-game goal streak in January and continues to heat up. Has been a pivotal piece, a pillar to Montreal's offense this year. Alamo, top of the circles, lets the wrist shot go.
You see Jillian Dempsey out there right now with Grant Mentis and Corey Murphy.
Another shot. Bien sees it through. Corey Chevry having said this is one of the most well-connected groups she's had the pleasure of coaching in a while. Everyone collectively buying in as they look to even this series here tonight. Tapany down low for Boston. Trying to work Ambrose. David now battling hard. Ambrose keeping this puck at bay. Mueller trying to find control. Alamo will step down. Alamo taking a look. She will hold. Tabin watching on. Mueller out in front, trying to find backdoor. Teresa Schaafsel was pressuring. Schaafsel. Alamo, she'll hold, looking for Mueller. Cutting in on the backhand, can't get by Ambrose. Under 7 to go in the second period. Both teams exchanging great chances here in the second period. Dalton now battling hard deep in the zone. Murphy trying to cut up a bit on the play. Anna Pelkey opened the scoring here tonight. Streams down the left side, cuts in with the wrist shot. And Renee Desbiens will hold. But don't miss any of the PWHL playoff action. You can secure your seats now. Boston.thepwhl.com to witness history on Tuesday, May 14th at 7 p.m. at the Tsonga Center. Boston faces off again Montreal, Game 3 of the semifinals. Hope you can join us. Series, so many storylines. The action has just been on the edge of your seat this whole time. Overtime was needed for Game 1. We needed here in Game 2. Brown setting it right back down. Murphy challenging.
And Courtney Kessel putting her fourth line out for that offensive zone draw, and just that's the trust in how she feels they're playing.
Dalton on the outside, chasing after the loose puck. Comes from a sport family. Claire Dalton, her brother playing lacrosse. Cornell, mom a tennis player. Dad played hockey as well.
She had 5 shots in that opening game, playing just under 14 minutes. And her, as well as Dubois, have that heavy presence to their game. So a lot of the time they will be below the goal line, but then they will push their way to the paint. So they're not afraid to attack the net. Keppel now in the zone. Montreal going to use this as an opportunity to go for a change. Well, you see that Sophie Shirley on with Hillary Knight and Hannah Brandt right now. So some adjustments in a one-goal game, or A game that's tied, you're looking for the next one.
Next goal, the lead. Shirley's shot looking to be the difference maker. And herself a performance here tonight in game 2. Another shot. Desbiens will make the save. DiGirolamo keeping this puck in the zone. Brandt will go for a change. Out comes Tapani. O'Neill looking for Stacy. She looks up ice. Or Stacy will skate to center. Keeps it to the outside. Poulin streaming down the right end on the backhand. Feathers it out in front. Pat save. O'Neill gets a piece of it to the point for Ambrose. That will kick off her inner skate. Poulin back in control. She'll walk. Poulin with the lane. Takes it. An even better stop by Frankel. Tapani losing her stick. O'Neill will go after it.
Well, that was just an incredible sequence. I mean, a beautiful feat as well as getting right to that slot area. Poulin just got such a quick release and she can disguise it. So difficult to find that puck right off the stick. It's on and it's off.
She can make something out of nothing. But Poulin's many talents in front. Murphy! And another outstanding save by Frankel. Montreal pressing here late in the second period. Back to the beat. Murphy will send it deep to the corner. Bouillet skating after it. DiGirolamo with some room. Off the boards and out it will go.
Well, and I mean, that's an unbelievable sequence for Grant Menchis, and Murphy's going to wind up with the scoring chance, but it's off of the hard work of Grant Menchis that allows that to happen, as well as earlier Poulin doing the same stuff. I mean, the way that she sees the ice in her vision, she's tracking. She's going to delay to her backhand, draw into, and she's going to feather it off of the far pad. Why? Because she's looking for that rebound. She is looking because she knows that Kristen O'Neill on her onside is diving down that weak side, and then doing the C's part, and she's got that puck in the slot. You see how quickly she gets it on and off her stick. I would love to see the release time in terms of how long that puck is on her stick to how quickly it is off.
I'm pretty sure she saucered that puck on the backhand.
Oh no, she did. She feathered that sucker in there. And I don't know how she did it, but
I don't know.
But far pad as well. So you know, it's not getting there overly hard. So Frankel's gonna kick it out.
And leave a great rebound for O'Neill, and she was able to take advantage. Chance now for Boston in front of Desbiens as those rebounds. Plentiful in front. Desbiens without her stick will return to the net. Bouillet will help out.
Nice play by Sophie Shirley again there, just making sure that she's on her player and rides Grant Menchis into the board. That's a physicality that Courtney Kessel talked to us about.
Just under 3.5 to go in this second period. We saw Sarah Nurse got shaken up in game 2 as well between the Toronto-Minnesota series, but she was all good as Knight lets the shot go. Poulin blocks it. My goodness, what a sequence.
Well, that's just your captain getting in that shooting lane, using her whole body, and it was a nice rush. As Pelkey been inserted for Badstock with Brandt and Knight. We've seen that. We've seen Pelkey there. We've seen Sophie Shirley there as well, especially with Jamie Lee Rattray out of the lineup.
We've seen Poulin have a golden save before back in the 2022 World Championship gold medal game. Dying seconds. Canada had a 1-goal lead, and she dove across the slot, made the stop with her body, and well, she's giving those efforts here tonight. Denying Hillary Knight. Hempel chasing after the loose puck. Stossel not giving her much room. Tapani going to pull this puck out in control to Mueller. Back to the point. Brown with a lane. Lets the slap shot go. Claire Talton will block it. Now as Jess Healy takes a look. She'll let another shot go. Tapani. When you think of all the block shots here tonight, Cheryl, Montreal able to put up 54 back in that game. Well, adding the block shots as well, it was a busy night.
Well, yeah, and I mean, if you have the lane, and we just saw it with Brown there, she had the lane, but then a little bit of a wind-up, took it away. Just that extra second allow the defense to get into the shooting lane. So if you see it, you got to take it right away.
Austin looking to find their lanes to the net. Get by Anne-Renee Desbiens. Brown from Blaine, Minnesota, feeding it ahead. Poulin willing to do it all here and play for the Walter Cup. In front, Poulin was backdoor. Stacy now down low, Montreal's top line. O'Neill hooks to settle it. Taven, not much room, stolen away by Hannah Brandt. Here comes Brandt in the final minute of the second period on her backhand, trying to drive the net. Desbiens standing tall. 2-on-1 battle. Deep in the corner here to the right of Desbiens. Brandt trying to pull this puck out. O'Neill keeping it to the outside. Taken down along with Brandt. Final seconds here of the second period. Kristen O'Neill able to get on the board. The power play strikes again for Montreal to make this a 1-1 game.
Well, you saw Gia digging in there, just trying to get that puck loose, but now they've got an offensive zone face-off, and face-offs, if won, you start with possession, so critical, and so is defense in these games. And I'm always going to say that, you know that, Kenzie, and if you're going to drive, you got to take away the space. And it's a turnover by Brandt. She gets her feet moving, a little bit of a delay there, trying to get Taven to bite, but she doesn't, and just closes that ice to the net. Brandt not afraid to drop the shoulder and take it to the paint, but Taven steps in her way. Just a real nice play all the way around by both athletes, fighting for the space, contested.
Ambrose work it along the board. Stacey gets pinned up against. Tapani and tries for the shot. Under 20 seconds to go. Stacey takes a look at the clock and she'll hold on. Agia pressuring. Stacey remaining in control. Not much time. Tapani drawing. That will be a penalty. Montreal will go to the power play. Stacey taking the hook from Agia. Poulin looking to capitalize, but the buzzer will go. How about that for Montreal?
Welcome back inside Class Bell, where we are currently tied going into the third period between Montreal and Boston. I'm here with Boston's Sophie Shirley. Sophie, you've had your fair share of chances so far tonight. What can you say about your line mates?
Yeah, I think we're working really well off of each other right now. I think, the main thing is kind of getting pucks on net, and that's kind of what we've been trying to do. They're doing a really good job plugging up the middle, so I think if we can get pucks around them, we'll be able to kind of pop one in, hopefully.
And anything to clean up in your own end?
Yeah, I think just being a little bit more clean and crisp with our passes, I think that's huge, and then also just covering back and coming back to the net. Obviously you want to block as many shots as you can too.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Montreal opening up this third period on the power play. The Royale Tiger Towel power play going back to work. Montreal 1-for-1 in this game. It was O'Neill in that second period to tie this up as Stacey looks for the wraparound play. Marie Murphy gets a piece of it. Ambrose looking to keep it in. Both teams rested, back out to work as we're all tied up at 1. Montreal looking to even the series. Austin took game 1. And along with you, alongside Cheryl Pounder, Reagan Subban, ringside here tonight as here comes Poulin on the outside. She'll feed it deep into the zone. O'Neill battling hard. Stacey keeps it in. O'Neill taps it back for Ambrose. She'll walk the blue line. Ambrose scans back for Stacey. Parks up top of the circle. Stacey now on the backhand, taking a look. Feeds it far side for Poulin. She'll step down. Passes it one further to O'Neill to the point now for Ambrose. Stacey back for Poulin. O'Neill rather in her inner skate. Hope to catch a piece of it now as Ambrose settles the puck. And it gone here on Montreal's power play. Agia in the box for Boston. Stacey comes out with a loose puck. Ambrose. Poulin now taking a look. Pelkey pressuring. Down low for Stacey now. Takes a look. Poulin, one-time shot, just wide. Tapani will send it the distance.
Well, and you see that switch by O'Neill and Poulin again on that far side. And the reason they're doing that is they're changing up the coverage. O'Neill to net front, and then she comes to that flank position. You see Laura Stacey trying to make that cross ice pass, trying to elicit that one-timer.
Boulier taking a look, drops it back. Melanie Dow. Finesse in her game. We can lead her here on the power play as it will expire. Montreal not able to land a shot there on their second power play of the game. Boulier walks. Agia hope to pick up the puck. Back to 5-on-5. Grant Mentes pushed off by Brandt. Boston looking to head back the other way.
And I like the little shoulder check Agia took. She took it. She wanted to know if she had anyone with her. She didn't, so she held on to the puck, carried it, made sure she put it in, knew she was the one who was going to have to track it when she did.
Morin spins it back. Keller moves it ahead. Costa one further. Shirley driving wide, trying to finish the play. Sophie Shirley, the speed. Quick few strides, and she is off to the races.
Well, I don't think we've seen the best of her yet, and that's just showing her untapped potential, and Courtney Kessel talked about it. She's got good speed, she's creative, she's dynamic, so she's got all the elements, and now she's adding physicality to her game, and you know that she's got the speed. Look at her shield, she just loses the puck a little bit on the backhand with that one hand, trying to pull it back in, but she has a step on Keppel there, so if she's able to pull that back in, she's going to get a chance in on Anne-Renee Desbiens, but she also recognized she had to get her feet moving before she got that puck if she wanted to be able to drive the net.
Tappany was hoping to let that shot go in the slot. The body on the way. Now LaFour looking to push it ahead. Tappany sends it right back. Time now for Catherine Daou. She'll feed it down and go for a change. Keller. Moves it ahead. Tappany. Boston on a change. She'll cut to center. Taking a look. Stuck in the skates. Now Poulin. Far side for Stacy. Montreal. Top line will go to work here, looking to stay onside, so they'll have to retreat to center.
Alina Mueller and Tappany will go off. Alina Mueller's been quiet, and noticed that in the first game as well. She was quiet through the first 2 periods and then started to really dance in the 3rd period. Let's see if she turns it up a notch here in this last frame.
Mueller spent a lot of time as a center, been on the wings since about March now consistently, but that versatility, certainly an asset for Boston.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you can play the middle and play in the dot and on the flank, it's certainly sought after.
Babsock let that slap shot go. Now Grant Mentez the other way for Montreal, out wide, tries to get by DiGirolamo. LaFour battling hard against Murphy. Keller steps in. Laboring here tonight. Megan Keller getting shaken up early in this game. Still out here competing. Murphy. Daou on the backhand. She holds straight across the crease, but no one's home. A great play by Melanie Daou. Murphy keeps it in. Cuts in front, taken down by Pelkey. The play will continue as Amanda Pelkey looked around, seeing if she would get called for it. So her stick got caught up in the feet.
Well, and all of that starts off of Grant Mentez getting into the middle of the ice and just being tenacious to fight for the puck back after she loses it. And as a result, Melanie Daou winds up with a brilliant chance.
David will feed it deep into the zone. Warren feeds it far side. Moskowski along the boards for Boston.
Well, that's a great play by David to cut across above the passing option, because the forecheck had set 2 below the goal line, so she had to get to a real good position when that puck came in behind the forecheck to be able to keep that puck in, and that's just a brilliant forecheck, but it's also been brilliant on the stick of Grant Mentez. Look at that pull to the middle of the ice, knowing where the opening is. She's just going to lose it here because she's 1-on-3, but look at this fight for position. I'm going to get to that puck first, and she does, and because she does, they're able to keep that puck in, and because they're able to keep that puck in, there's a resulting chance, and it's going to be Murphy who draws into the middle and dishes to Melanie Daou, who's on her backhand, just loses it a little bit, but finds a way to put it on net.
Faceoff will come outside Boston zone. Montreal's top line going back to work. Stacy and O'Neill. This is O'Neill right here. Scored here in the playoffs for Montreal. 2 power play markers. One tonight to Sydney Morin. Out wide trying to beat Stacy. That will go deep in the zone. Ambrose will pick it up on the far side. Scored Montreal's first goal against Boston back when they met on January 13th in Montreal's home opener. Boston played spoiler, and Pelkey had that overtime winner. Battle along the boards, Tappany gonna win it back. She has Mueller right there for support. Poulin seeing if a few extra shoves push this puck free. Morin winds up. Beats Stacy to the puck and gets a shot off. Tappany now feeding it around. Morin looking to be first on it. Back down deep in the zone. Out comes Shirley. Boston went for a quick change. Poulin now watching on as Tappany settles at center. Montreal now able to get a change. Montreal looking to stretch the zone here in this 3rd period. Campbell. Hannah Brand here for Boston.
Nah, I wasn't a chirper.
I'll ask Becky Keller. We'll get confirmation.
You go right ahead. Always clean.
Always. Okay. That puck goes deep into Boston zone. Kraken on it first, moving ahead for Knight. On the outside. Cross corner dump. She'll go for a change. Boulet will be first on it. Mishandle. Brandt feeds it out in front. Melody Daou will scoop it up.
Well, we haven't seen as many rims as we saw in that opening game. 40% of Boston's dump-ins were rims. They wanted Renee Desbiens to get out of that net and play the puck.
Boston has had their chances here in the third. Boston has scored their game-winning goal in the third period 4 times. The last 5 games they have played. A hand over here is also hoping to take advantage. Boston knows how to step up in the third. They look to do that here tonight in game 2 as we're all tied up at 1. In the corner, Taven keeps it in for Montreal, lands it in front. Franco plays it to the corner. A great stick by the goaltender. Before, back for it for Montreal. She'll flip it deep into the zone. Montreal's going to go for a change. Keller has some time. She scans. Looks for a stretch pass. Again, Keller has scored 8 goals for the regular season as well, including the game-tying goal back against New York on February 17th.
Well, Susanna Tapney got the overtime game winner for her team in the opening game. Nearly got this one for Montreal as well as it redirects off her stick. Franco has to be to task there. Those are difficult ones. You're net fronted, and all you want to do is get the stick of your opponent. And in the meantime, the puck is on its way to the net, and you're in its way.
That face-off for Montreal. Boston will win it back. Boulay is looking for that quick win back from Kristen O'Neill. O'Neill now pressuring the puck back in the hands of Montreal. Stacey feeding it deep in the zone. O'Neill pressured off by Brown, taken down as well, as opposed to rolling around here deep in the zone. Mueller now at center for Boston.
What an aggressive play by Erin Ambrose. I mean, she surfs up, goes right at Mueller, recognizes that she's isolated, so she's incomplete, and goes right at her, steering her with her stick, pushes her right back to her own zone.
Ambrose finishing the regular season with the second most points by a defender. Here comes Hannah Brandt for Boston with some real Brandt tonight in front. Kraken, what a release! A great play by Boston here in the third period, looking to net the difference maker. Mentez lets the high shot go. DiGirolamo working hard. Daou out in front. Campbell will skate after it, taking a look, finding Maureen Murphy. That will go all the way. Graham Mentez hoping to be first on it. Morin pressuring as well. Melody Daou now seeing if she can pull this puck out. That pops free. Graham Mentez with a shoulder check. Play out in front. Murphy let it go. Got a piece of it. Another chance down low for Montreal. Causing havoc below the goal line. Pelkey now frees it to center.
Well, Melody Daou is going to get on her hunt to try and get to that puck, and everyone else goes for a line change. I like that she elects to stay in and apply some pressure as opposed to just letting Boston have it as a free-for-all on their exit.
Halfway through third period, all tied up at 1. Dubois on the loose puck. Calling for it's Taven. She'll receive. She'll go deep in the zone, lets a shot go. LaFour trying to tuck it home. The puck's loose, and it's cleared away by Hillary Knight. Loose puck. Taven's going to be first on it. Costa not far behind. Montreal catching Boston on a change as Dubois sends it deep in the zone. LaFour leading it for Dubois. Boston outnumbering Montreal here, but it's picked up by Montreal. Ambrose lets the wrist shot go, and Franco will make the stop. Dubois getting into it here at DiGirolamo net front. Now Marvin out wide for Boston. Drops the shoulder. Taken by Ambrose. She'll steer her to the corner. Pelkey pushed off by Campbell. Stacey providing help. Or Stacey has had countless chances in this game and in this series. Here she comes out wide. Stacey taking a look. She'll hold over wraparound play. No one's home. Poulet Stacey going end to end here in the third period. You know she's hungry for one tonight. Harmon chasing after it. Puck's loose. Keppel will be first on it. Resists against Boston. Intercedes in and a redirection. Montreal almost took advantage. Frankel now pushed off without her stick in the crease. Montreal's shot will land in front. O'Neill picks it up. Frankel's stick stuck in the net. A moment for her to grab her stick.
Well, and that's a fortuitous bounce so she can get her stick and Boston can get a reset. Just listen to this crowd.
Rallying behind Montreal here as they look to even the series. Class Bell. Taven keeping it at center. Ramentez providing support. She looks to kick it back. Mueller now for Boston, hoping to stay onside. Brown sends it deep in the zone. Ambrose chasing after it. Mueller taking a look. He stepped up big. Final 5 regular season games. Elena Mueller looking for one here late in the third. In playoff hockey, Taffety fighting for space. Murphy not giving her much. Daou. Swank plays, tries to get a piece of it. Murphy sends it down.
Well, yeah, they're exhausted, and so they need a line change. She elects to just throw it down the ice and try and hit that reset button.
You look at the 20 regular season games that needed extra time. Montreal led the way with 8 appearances, and either a shootout or Montreal has come down to the wire for them all season long, and that continues here in playoff hockey. Found a way to equalize it all up. Even it up, it was Kristen O'Neill that got it done on the power play, and that's been helping them this series as that goes deep in the zone. DiGirolamo on the loose puck. More into the head-up play, finding Hillary Knight. Out wide, Knight trying to draw Taven to the outside. Ambrose on the loose puck. Keller keeping it in the zone. Out in front, and gets a piece of it, but she'll go for a change. Kristen O'Neill with some room here for Montreal. Gets the line, and she'll flip it deep in the zone.
And that's a smart play by Kristen O'Neill as well. She held up in that neutral zone to give David time to get to that puck on the cross dump.
Out in front, LaFour trying to tuck it home. Frankel sprawls out. Save of the game for Frankel as tensions rise here in the third.
Well, there's no love lost between these two teams, Kenzie, and as the third period is winding down and everything is so critical, every play, every hit, every save, it comes down to the wire, so the emotion is on the line. What an unbelievable save by Erin Frankel. She did it in the first game. Can she do it in this one? And she does that left pad save. She's sprawling, it's desperation. She does everything to keep it out. Unbelievable. How many saves, game-saving saves can this woman make?
When you're willing to do anything, how far will you go? You can feel it, how badly these women want to win. The Walter Cup is on the line. Montreal looking to even this series, and Boston looking to go all the way and play in the final. Game 2 here underway, and we're all tied up at 1. 5.5 remaining in this third period. Laura Stacey drops it back. Taven on the loose puck. Anna Brandt not far behind. Kraken hoping to keep this in for Boston with success. Taven spins back as Boston sends numbers. Stacey, the benefactor on the play. Joins in on the rush. Here comes Poulet, straight down center ice. Kicks it out wide. Hillary Knight with the stick. Will send it to the boards. Ambrose in control. Another stick with DiGirolamo to redirect it to the far side. Kristen O'Neill picks it up down below the goal line. Feeds it right back up high for Keppel. Montreal able to get a quick change as Keppel sends it deep in the zone, and she's taken down. Slow to get up here in front of Boston's bench. Ryan Keppel. Tough sight as she crawls to her stick now. And a penalty. Rather a Icing will be the call. His arm there joins in. Keppel will go to the bench.
Well, and the crowd wanted a call, but the official didn't give it, and Pelkey was standing over her for a period of time, just unsure whether there was going to be a whistle or not. And then the puck did go down the ice. We're going to have a little conversation. The officials right now is Corey Chevry having a look, and earlier also there was confrontation with Stacy in her own zone as well. So a lot going on the ice right now, and a lot on the line in terms of the scoreboard.
Boston does some of their best work in the third period when the game's on the line. Then they rise to the occasion here tonight in Montreal.
Well, Keppel's still out there, so one would think she's fine.
Playing alongside of Anna Boulier here tonight. Keller feeds it far side. Pelkey pushed off. Boston with speed. Gia cutting to center. That puck will go deep in the zone. See Gia using her size to her advantage here. Boulier kicks it right back for Keppel. No, looking to become a passing option. That puck gets flipped up high. That rolls to center for Grant Mentes. She'll go 1-on-2. Grant Mentes trying to recover the puck here. Emily Brown now taking a look for Boston. That's across the crease. Now to the hands of Montreal. Taven loads off the mask of Frankel, it looked like. What a stop.
Well, that's Poulin, right? She's pasted up against the board, just scanning and eyeing everything up.
Poulin to O'Neill. Montreal's top line now. Needs it far side for Poulin. Taking a look. Taven calls for it. She'll settle along the blue line. For 4 to go here in the third period. Montreal going to set up some time here in the offensive zone. Stacy turns back. How much room? Morin. Stacy cuts her loose, back in control. Pushed off by Tapani now as Ambrose jumps down in play.
Well, and you see two beautiful feeds by Poulin, and she really is the distributor on this line, and she's got such a gift in the way she can make those seam passes, just draw coverage to her wide because of who she is, but then she is able to make the perfect pass, whether it's feathering on the backhand, whether it's putting it to an open area. She's just got eyes in the back of her head.
Kraken now lets the shot go. Hillary Knight pulling this puck out from the board battle, feeding it to the point. Kraken down low. Brandt right back for Kraken. She'll try for the shot, great block by Grant Mentes.
Grant Mentes is all over the ice, isn't she, right now? And there's one word that describes her for me right now is tenacious.
Here she comes, Michaela Grant Mentes lets the slap shot go, follows it up. Trying to keep that puck deep in the zone, but it will go the other way.
It's almost like she's not saying no for an answer, right? Anytime she's got that puck on her stick, even if she loses it, she's right back in on the hunt trying to get it.
Murphy was hoping for a call there on that physicality, but she'll go off for a change, and comes David in front. Oh, hoping to connect on that pass. Mueller now. Going to stretch the zone. DiGirolamo feeding it up for Chavzo. Now DiGirolamo again trying for a look. Mueller cutting in front with a chance for Boston. Alina Mueller through the legs, trying to go all the way. She'll feed it to the corner. Now Tapani hopes to pick it up on the far side. Dubois has just been a pest here tonight against Boston. It's a hard and heavy game. Passes it off. Time now for Montreal. We got set up on the breakout. Icing waved off, so Montreal able to take control. David sends it right back. Keller will pick it up and send it one further. Brandt was on the far side. Out comes Boulier. Down low for Montreal, in front for O'Neill. Back in the hands of Laura Stacy. For the chip and chase, can't get by Megan Keller. A foot race here between Keller and Stacy. Final minute to go in the third period. All tied up 1-1. Pelkey and O'Neill, your goal scorers here tonight. Stacy and Knight colliding here as Laura Stacy's hoping for a call. And not pleased on the play. Another great turnout here tonight at Place Bell. Daou now looking to become a passing option. Kraken feeding ahead, kept in the zone. Tough shot in front. Daou pushing and pulling.
Oh, this crowd is going absolutely nuts. You thought this puck was going to be out of the zone. You see Keppel come right back up high, and she's able to collect the puck, and she throws it to the net. Double stack, and there it is. And you can see Melody Daou just trying to push. That puck is loose. It is between the legs of Erin Frankel. And that is where the noise was coming from. The official didn't see it, whether she had it to start, and then it trickled through. But from our vantage point, that puck was available, and it was sliding through, but that whistle went. And the crowd is letting everyone know how they feel about it here. So there will be a look at whether or not, and remember there is a continuation rule. That puck is going towards that goal line, and it's going to cross regardless of the whistle. It can still count.
Play under review here. Hillary Knight speaking with the officials here. Our referees, Grace Barlow from Vancouver, Alex Lepowski as well.
And this one's a tricky one because we do lose sight of the puck for a period of time, and it's so loud in here, difficult to determine whether that puck was covered when that whistle went. It was the extra jab post whistle that sent it through the legs.
Here's as though they made a decision. And it's no goal.
So likely they are deeming that their intent to blow was there.
O'Neill taking the draw for Montreal up against Boston's Hannah Brandt.
So intent to blow, not continuation where they lost sight of the puck, but the puck was still moving towards the goal line.
Ambrose with the shot, blocked by DiGirolamo's hand. Favoring her left hand here. Poulin feeding it up. Final seconds in the third period. Laura Stacey with room. Can she get by? Gets the shot just wide. My goodness. And another angle by Kristen O'Neill, but Frankel will hold on. Well, Stacey, countless chances, both just being wide.
Oh, because why not, right? Kenzie Lalonde and Laura Stacey, and you can see the dangles as she's pulling it back to her forehand, and you can see the dancing as she pushes to her backhand through, trying to get to the middle of the ice, trying to get it to her forehand to get that shot off. Erin Frankel at the top of her crease gets square to the puck.
Another offensive zone face-off for Montreal. 11.9 seconds remaining. Stacey dialed in. Alamo first on it. O'Neill supporting the puck here in the dying seconds of the third. Taven hoping to win this puck back. Another shot. It won't be enough. And for the second game in a row, 60 minutes was not enough, and we'll go to overtime.
Erin, how do you build off that potential game-winning goal that was just called off?
I think we just got to stick with it. I think we're doing a lot of really good things right now. There's a lot of pucks around the blue paint that we just have to find a way to bury them at this point. Obviously, Frankel's playing well, but there's some pucks that are there that we're going to put in the back of the net here.
It's getting pretty tense out there. How do you stay focused?
I think just knowing that, especially now, like, it's next goal wins. So, I think most of the third period it was pretty much like that. But I think us as a group, we're doing a really good job of little things, being physical, getting pucks out when we need to. And again, it's just about capitalizing now on our chances.
Best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next goal wins. Poulin wins it back for Ambrose. Montreal is heading it deep into Boston zone here early. 5-on-5 here in overtime. Brown in on the puck for Boston, taking a look. Back down for Keller. Looks for the stretch pass. Ambrose hopes to catch it up as Hillary Knight was hoping for a stretch play.
Probably thought the minutes of some of these athletes were big in the first game. Well, going to be huge in the second as well.
Tapany now. Overtime hero just 2 nights ago, 48 hours ago, really. Should do it again tonight. A long shot from Boston. The puck's loose.
Well, that's a quick whistle and just a point shot, just making sure you get that puck through to the net. And Emily Desbiens was able to see it all the way in, but Jobsall was on the doorstep. Alina Mueller working that puck low and low to high, and that shot comes quick, and then they're able to pounce on the recovery of it. The quick whistle leads to the face-off.
Back in off the face-off. Murphy drops the knee, able to block the shot. Giving time for Melody Daou to head the other way. She got Grant Mentes out wide. Bracken, a great toe drag for Grant Mentes, able to keep advantage of the puck. Now in control, lets the shot go. Off the boards, Boulier jumps in on the puck. Blocked by Tapany, she looks up ice. Cross-ice feed for Chavzil. F5 pressure.
See Grant Mentis trying to go short side on Aaron Frankel there as well. Caught up to the puck and was surprised she had it on her stick, but took the shot.
Shirley chasing after the loose puck. She's had herself a game here tonight. Looks to drop it back. Now Brown keeps it in, kicks it ahead. Arvin down low for Boston. Boulier keeping it deep in the zone. Shirley pushed off by David. Now stuck in the skates. LaFour breaks free. Boulier trying to feed her ahead. Great hand dive by Sydney Morin, but it will get called down, and the faceoff will come just outside Montreal zone. Montreal in control off the faceoff. Ambrose taking a look ahead for Laura Stacey. Countless chances for Stacey here tonight. Out wide for Montreal. Lets the shot go off the post. Stacey getting closer and closer. Off the post this time. Now again on the near side. Sends it far side. Bracken first on it. Off the glass and out. Boulier keeps it at center. Grant Mentes feeds it right back down. Boston going for a quick change. Boulier keeping it in for Montreal, stepping down, lets the shot go off the skate of Brown. Now ricochets up high. Lexia Gia with speed for Boston, going one-on-one against Keppel. Boulier able to pick up the puck.
Keppel could see that she had back pressure with her forwards coming back, so she did have support with that poke check.
Here comes Grant Mentes, one-on-one. Trying to cut up. She'll wait for support. Morin now giving it in the hands of her teammates as out will go deep in Montreal zone. Icing waved off. Desvain will come out to play the puck. She finds Ambrose. She'll settle. Poulin now on the outside, cuts to center, picking up speed. Poulin on the net. Frankel will have to make a play.
Poulin just elects to put that puck on the net.
Mueller seeing if she can pull it out. Tapany. This puck gets stuck in her long. Mueller comes out with it. She takes a look. Chavzil back on the cycle. Teresa Chavzil back to Keller. Near side, Brown settles it. She'll feed it down low for Tapany. Two-time overtime hero Susanna Tapany once in this series. We've seen Stacey scored overtime winner and a Pelkey as well. Who will be the hero tonight? Mueller far side. Poulin tried to read the play. Keller outside Knight lets it go.
Well, Poulin, who just anticipates the play so well and has such a great stick, is on a line change here, and she nearly gets the pick, but Megan Keller with the reach comes down the middle of the ice in the heart of the cover. She dishes it, but she keeps on going. Guess who's on the doorstep? If Renee Desbiens lets that puck go, it's going to be Megan Keller. But that's just a hard shot by Hillary Knight, recognizing that Keller had continued on through the middle of the ice and was there and waiting for anything that came off Desbiens.
Pelkey out in front. Great stick by Desbiens. Feeds it right back down. Pelkey out in front to the point. Morin out wide. Lets the shot go. Kristen O'Neill able to block it. Now Taven down low for Montreal. Trying to get by Hillary Knight on 2-on-2 battle to the left of Desbiens. Now to the point. Morin, another shot. Save made by Desbiens. Picked up by Brandt. She'll spin back. DiGirolamo along the blue line. She'll hold. Stacey pressuring though. In the zone, Poulin, an extra touch. Now we'll go up high. Marvin trying to fight for some room. That's DiGirolamo's shot gets blocked by Poulin. Now Montreal looking to head back on the attack. Stacey caught up, drawing the penalty. Montreal will go to the power play here in overtime.
So that's Agia's second penalty of the game, and she's going to state her claim with the officials here. Laura Stacey has that puck, and Agia saying, I think she embellished, and Laura Stacey's gotten the call.
And so Agia will sit in Montreal's power play. So Agia will serve the game suspension, and she is gone. A 5-minute major in a game for Lexi Agia here in overtime. And so Poulin will take the draw here on the power play against Hannah Brandt. Boston looking to go up 2-0 in this series before heading home. Babstock will be in the box here for Boston. That's the player on the 5-minute major. Ambrose will hold here on the power play. Poulin down low. Kristen O'Neill taking a look. Poulin back up high for Ambrose. Huge chance for Montreal. Far side, Stacey holds back for Ambrose. She'll take a look near side. Poulin one time gets blocked and sent down.
Well, the options being Laura Stacey on the one side, Poulin on the other, but then you've got O'Neill tracking to the middle of the net. She will go below the goal line when they're in an overload, meaning that Poulin, O'Neill, and Ambrose on the same side of the ice.
Ambrose on the outside for Montreal. Brown trying to set it down. Stacey keeps it in. O'Neill going to keep it in the zone. Down low, Brown. Back up high. Poulin to Ambrose. Taking a look. Erin Ambrose settles. Stacey one time. Another look. She'll spin back. Murphy calling for it. Short side. She'll receive. Out walks. Murphy looking for O'Neill backdoor.
Murphy was tapping her stick hard. She wanted that puck from Laura Stacey, unless she was acting as a decoy. She wanted that puck.
Poulin on the near side. Walks in the zone, taking a look. She'll spin back. Nelly Daou sends it deep in the zone. Katie Taven first on it. Girolamo pinning her up against the boards. Daou now settles. Back for Boulier. She'll walk the line. Taking a look. Slowing up pace, Boulier. Far side for Daou. In front, David will jump off and pick up this loose puck as Montreal keeps things to the perimeter here. In comes Daou. Drops it back, David. Boulier, near side for Taven. Montreal looking to step down. Taven in front. Great stick by Frankel. Nelly Daou will keep it in. Number 3 to go on this power play. Boulier tries for the shot. It gets blocked by Knight.
Well, and you see that Taven switches to her offside as well. So you have Melody Daou on her onside because she's a distributor. So she's looking to make that pass, not looking for a one-timer, but Taven on the opposite side looking to let it rip.
Montreal's one shot on it so far here on this power play. Boulier out wide for Montreal. Going to be the OT hero here tonight. Keller looking for Tapani. Now deep in the zone, Megan Keller. Head up play. Makes a look to feed it down. Boulier keeps it up. Taven sending it far side for Laura Stacey to pick it up. Ambrose walking the line for Montreal. She'll feed it deep in the zone. Keller now off the glass and out. Ambrose hoping to keep it in, but she'll head back.
Well, 2 minutes remaining on this power play for Montreal, and this would just be a huge kill by Boston, a group that felt that that was not a penalty, and now they're in the situation, they're killing it off. If they could do it, they would create a ton of momentum.
Fell off a 5-on-3 in game 1. They do it here in overtime, a 5-minute major. The game for Gia. Poulin walking down, lets it go! Franco with the stop! A huge save by the goaltender here in overtime.
Well, and it's going to be off of the stick of Marie-Philippe Poulin. And again, when you've got 2 options, you got to pick your poison. And a nice play by Stacey to get that puck high. And Erin Ambrose just faking to get to the middle of the ice. And you can see Poulin walking in. She had the real estate to be able to continue on. She does. She knows she's got to get inside the dot. She does. And she's got that quick release looking blocker side. Almost gets it.
O'Neill on the face-off. Into the corner, Poulin chasing after it. Ambrose jumps down. Grant without her stick, taking a look. Poulin in front, O'Neill. Kicks it back for Stacey. Or Stacey to Poulin. Now Ambrose, she'll fake the shot, feed it back to Poulin. Near boards, taking a look. Ambrose one time, lets it go. Maverick chase to the half boards. Or a minute and a half to go here on Montreal's power play. O'Neill down low for Poulin. She'll head net front as Ambrose settles. Far side, Stacey, one time blocked by Knight.
Well, you can see them working on that overload on that one side with Poulin and Stacey. Sorry, Poulin and O'Neill. And now you have Erin Ambrose there, and they're pulling coverage to that side of the ice, knowing that they can kick it over to Stacey, who will have all the time in the world to let the one-timer go.
That was Montreal's second shot here on this power play. Hillary Knight with a great stop. Her and Poulin exchanging incredible block shots here tonight. Tapani looking to head back the other way. Grant Mentes down low for Boulier. Montreal looking for an extra push here on the player advantage. Keller pulls this puck back. Bouvier feeding right back to center. David looking for the far side pass. Keller trying to get the job done as Taven settles this puck deep in their own zone. Under 10 seconds to go here on Montreal's 5-minute power play. Daou out wide. She'll feed it off the backboards. Now comes Babstock. A huge kill for Boston. Incredible job. Here's puck. Murphy settles. Apple lets the wrist shot go. That hits Hannah Brandt. Now on the stick of Daou. She'll spin back. Murphy calling for it. Brent Mentes feeds it in front. Hilary Knight now. Feed Babstock on the chase.
It's a nice play by Bouvier.
Knight, a chance, a toe save by Desbiens. Hilary Knight, a chance here in overtime. Here comes Grant Mentes on the far side. She has Daou with her. Grant Mentes pulls it back. Frankel with a huge stop. Goaltenders exchanging great saves here in overtime to keep their teams in it. Mueller on the outside, Tapani out wide, feeds it far side. O'Neill will jump on the loose puck. Mueller on the backhand, deep in the zone. Tapani, can she do it again? On the backhand, taking a look. Trying to get by Keppel, feeds it to the far side. Murphy scored an overtime goal herself here at Place Bell. She do it in the playoffs.
Well, some back and forth action here in OT, and we got ourselves a thriller, and it's gonna start with Hilary Knight in off of the rush, gets in behind it. Just working some magic here, being hard on it, picking up that puck melee and just saying, I'm gonna take that shot short side. And you can see that quickness of Amrene Desbiens. Grant Mentes has a 2-on-1 with Melody Daou, gets the stall, gets the slide that she wants, and I don't mind that she took that shot. Reason being, Melody Daou would have been on her backhand. Would have been a real hard redirect for that pass coming across.
Desbiens comes out of her net to play the puck. Great to go here in overtime. Bracken on the loose puck. Julian chasing. DiGirolamo has pressure. She'll spin back. Babstock taking a look. Now O'Neill using the boards. It's time for Poulin. Here she comes. Montreal's captain on the outside. Cuts in front. A blocker save by Frankel. Now Ambrose settles. Send it deep in the zone. Bracken pushed off by Laura Stacey. Ambrose keeping it in. Makes the shot. Taven walking in. Lets it go. Desbiens flashing. Elevated her play here, Katie Taven in playoffs. Tapani chip this puck out. Montreal pressing hard. Brown pushed off. Trying to find some room. Sarah Lafleur. Dalton chasing after Tapani, who's picking up speed. Susanna Tapani out wide. Out will go in behind the goal line. Bouvier will cut back. Montreal will go D to D. Up near side for Claire Dalton. She'll find a centering pass. David chips it to the corner. Montreal's going to go for a change.
David wanted to move it to Lafleur, but Lafleur looked like she wanted to get a change. She wasn't moving at full speed.
Desbiens plays it to the corner. Sophie Shirley giving her much of an option. Sydney Morin will rim it around. Even on the far side, keeps it in. Marvin picks up the loose puck. Boston with speed. Mazowski through center. Montreal defenders closing up their gap here in overtime. Grant Mentes back on the attack. Murphy out wide. Ross back, out in front. Tries to win this loose puck. Now Boston, Amanda Pelkey. She's been overtime hero before against Montreal. Pulls it back. Knight in the slot. Her shot just wide. Brandt following it up with pressure. Well, Knight getting her looks here in overtime.
And she spun to get that shot off on her forehand, and that nearly fooled Desbiens. Just missed the net.
Ryan Keppel for Montreal.
That's a great steer by Hilary Knight. She's on one side of the ice, pushing over, and it allows Mueller to make the read. Now they've got the seal along the wall.
Battle on the half boards. Boston comes away with it. Brown stepping down, lets the shot go. Stacey here for Montreal. Now Boulier feeding ahead for Stacey. Ice is closing. Schaufsel strong on the back check. Mueller flips it ahead. Teresa Schaufsel out wide for Boston. Lets the shot go. Desbiens with the glove save with 4:07 to go in overtime.
Well, a couple of opportunities for Boston, and Renee Desbiens does see them all the way, especially that Schaufsel pass. But again, it's Hillary Knight who's going to find a way to get in and around the paint, that slot area. She's going to corral it, spin, and fire. And it's good timing to come down into the slot. It's going to be Pelkey who's been inserted on that line. And you can see as she's able to pick it up, passes a little bit behind her, but she turns and fires.
At center, Poulin, nifty move and taking down Marvin in the process. Keller pulls it back, taking a look. Up and out. And Keller can't believe it. Delay game call it will be. Montreal back to the power play.
Well, there's no gray about this one. When it goes over the boards, you're going to the box. She's in her own zone, and that puck clears the glass, and she could see this was a set play, and she can see Gigi Marvin pointing to get in behind the defense. She wants that puck off of the glass, and you can see it's up on the toe of her stick. She gets underneath it, and it's out of here.
Montreal, 5-minute power play earlier here in this overtime. Couldn't convert, is now the time. O'Neill out wide, up for Ambrose, near side for Poulin. She takes a look, opts for a pass to Ambrose. Poulin drawing in traffic, taking a look, keeping her eye on Stacey. Going to set up that one-timer. Poulin down low, O'Neill walks out in front. Erin Frankel staying tall.
Well, you can see that they're working one side of the ice right now, and they want them to think that they're going to pass it over to Laura Stacey for that one-timer. But again, you can see that Poulin's working that 2-on-1 up high. She works it low, and look at this back to forehand. And the reason why O'Neill pulls it backwards to the net is because now she can shield the defender, making sure that she has the inside track, so it's 1-on-1 against Frankel.
O'Neill first on it along the boards. Poulin holds control up for Ambrose. Far side for Stacey. Montreal on the power play. Ambrose, Poulin. She'll settle the puck. Trying to get by Fracken. Feeds it off the backboards and then tries to pick it up. Deidre sends it down.
Well, Montreal has to find a way to strike on this power play. They've been given a ton of opportunity in this overtime set. Got to get some motion going on the outside, pull the coverage and capitalize, try and get that puck to a dangerous area.
Montreal finish and put it away here and tie the series on the power play. Ambrose looks to keep it in and she'll find success. Back in control, Erin Ambrose walks the blue line. Taking a look, she'll scan, drawing in traffic. Stacey in the slot, lets it go. Frankel with the save, rebound chance! And another stop by Erin Frankel.
Well, in that sequence right there, the penalty kill unit did not have to move a lot, and you really want them to have to chase you, and you have to disrupt that sort of formation to be able to get threatening shots. Erin Frankel, if she's going to get a shot from the outside and she sees it, she's going to save it.
Coming into this power play for Montreal, they had 6 shots on net. They have 3 alone here on this power play. Under 30 seconds to go. Puck gets driven around. Melly Bialou will pick it up on the near side. Third head coach Corey Chevry talked highly of the second unit, and they'll look to go to work here. Taven on the half boards, takes a look, feeds it down low for Grant Mentes. She walks out. Gail Grant Mentes has had her chances here tonight. In comes Boulier on the outside, lets it go. Erin Frankel with the glove.
Well, you have Taven the defender, as well as Dubois net front, sort of a double screen in front of Erin Frankel. Corey Chevry said it best. She said you got to take away her eyes and her sight lines. But there was no bumper position here either, so Grant Mentes had to bring it up high, try and get a little bit of a switch to create that coverage. I think there could have been a walk in a diagonal towards that net. There was a lot of ice available. You know, you have to have the word attack in mind.
Erin Frankel, a brick wall here tonight. Montreal will have to try again. Final seconds here of the power play. Megan Keller out onto the ice, and we'll return to 5-on-5. Montreal able to put up 4 shots on net on the power play. Not able to convert. Dow drops it back. Boulier taking a look up ice. Deidre blocked a lot of shots here tonight for Boston. Chases after loose puck. Stacey with a look. Drops the shoulder, looks to cut tight. Spins back, Tapany. Now on the loose puck, she'll pin it up against the boards. Stacey pressuring hard. O'Neill looking for a wraparound play. She'll get pushed into the net. Poulin walking in. Drags it in front. Final minute here in overtime. Another shot out wide for Montreal. Erin Ambrose let the wrist shot go. Sophie Shirley now on the near boards. Walking in, Poulin. One time by Ambrose, gets blocked by Hilary Knight. Incredible block shots tonight by Hilary Knight. You got to give it to her. Putting her body on the line here. Taking a look, Boulier chips it right back down. Murphy down below the goal line. Mentes looking to come open. Bracken and Murphy exchanging shoves. Late here in overtime. Under 20 seconds to go. Tapany, Mentes out in front. Montreal will send it in on net. Franco holding tall. Tapany on the outside. Final seconds, and she will keep it to the outside. Well, 80 minutes was not enough. And a late penalty here against Daou. Boston now with a huge chance to open up this second overtime. They will be on the power play. Looks like Daou is going to get called here for the extra shove on Fracken.
Well, I think it all started when Murphy takes that shot as the buzzer's going to end this overtime period. And just that extra second, and right before that buzzer goes, and just as it goes, she gets the stick lift and just throws it to the net. Fracken is going to go towards Murphy and probably just let her know she didn't appreciate it. So Melody Daou is going to get the call there. Boston's going to go to the power play.
Few extra words here as overtime number 1 comes to a close. Welcome back inside Place Bell. The energy is not dipped at all as we enter the second overtime here in PWHL playoff. We had the first ever overtime just the other night, and 80 minutes wasn't enough. Back to work. These two teams will go. Next goal wins. Stacey chasing after the loose puck. Boston kicking off this overtime on the power play. Daou in the box for Montreal. Interference the call at the end of that overtime. 0-for-10 Boston against Montreal on the power play. All season long, can they strike here? Morin down low for Tapany. Morin far side. Mueller taking a look. Knight weighing her options and behind the net. She'll cut out in front. Knight taking a look. Morin, near side, Mueller in front, Shirley. Knight waits, lets the tough angle shot go. Davian was ready for it.
Well, they were originally in a really wide spread, and I think they wanted Montreal to chase outside of the dots, but they didn't have that bumper spot available. Shirley just unable to get it. And listen, Hilary Knight recovers the puck and says, I'm going to throw this one at the net, see if I can catch. And Renee Desbiens cheating off the post. She was down, trying to hug that post, so a face-off ensues here for Boston in the offensive zone.
Mueller will step in and take the face-off for Boston up against Kristen O'Neill, Montreal. Gets it back. Tapany to Knight. Mueller now down low, taking a look. Morin rounding out this power play for Boston. Often see Keller in that position. Mueller now, Morin winds and fires off the stick in front. Rebound chance. Sophie Shirley with an opportunity. Boston getting closer here in overtime. Tapany on the outside. Morin walking down, finds Susanna Tapany, the overtime hero on Thursday night. Morin lets the shot go, blocked by Ambrose. Now off the back of Stacey. It's kept in the zone.
Well, shooting creates chaos, and that's exactly what happened there, but Renee Desbiens had to come up with a huge save.
Hilary Knight's shot just wide. Getting closer. Now it's Tapany. Leaves it down for Knight. Far side pass, Fracken holds. Giralamo for Fracken. She'll feed it in behind. Ambrose chasing after it. Stacey looks for the loose puck. Tapany finds Knight. Down low, Hilary Knight. In control, out comes down, a huge kill for Montreal. We're back to 5-on-5. Bratkin with the release, but breaks her stick in the process. Welcomes on pressure without a stick. She will go for a change.
I think O'Neill recognized it right away because she was going to slow down. She recognized Bratkin had no stick, and she said, I'm taking off.
Two of the most clutch goal scorers in the game out here in double overtime. Brandt trying to feed it out in front. Babstock gains control in front, looking for Knight. The puck's loose. Knight tries to settle. Keller gets the job done. Morin lets the shot go. Poulin blocks it. Her and Knight have been blocking so many shots here tonight. Now here comes Keller with a chance. Out wide on the backhand. Babstock. David was ready.
I think it was in game one we talked about Keller and how she likes to activate through the middle of the ice, and she logged so many minutes, and it's hard to believe she does because she's often leading the attack like she is here. I was kind of thinking she was going to shoot that puck through Kemple because of the screen, but she puts it to Babstock, but Babstock is on her offside, so it's her backhand, so she's only able to shovel it through to the net.
Dubois for Montreal. Takes a look. Looks for a centering pass. Harvin tries to feed it back the other way. Stacey out wide for Montreal. Cuts in front, tries for the shot. It's backboards.
Deidre Alamo has a nice gap, leading with her stick there. And that's what disrupts that puck, and she's been good all game.
Dubois hard in the corners. Looking for great breakout passes as well, consistently in this game. Ambrose on the far side. Girolamo scoops up the puck, cuts to center, picking up speed. On the near side, Jessie Girolamo has numbers with her, drives wide in front, end-to-end Girolamo, but can't get by Davian.
Well, Girolamo has certainly found her footing, and really from the beginning of the year until now, she has certainly elevated her game and coming through the neutral zone. Look at how she's taking her time. She's assessing and scanning, and then she pulls it to the outside shield. And you see she's on one foot because she's making sure that she doesn't allow anyone backhand shield. Use that left leg to kick out so that she can take that real estate in front of Davian. Beautiful play by the defender.
End-to-end for Girolamo. She looks to end this game tonight. Dalton on the far side. Franco will play it aside. Two teams meet in game number 3 in Boston, set for Tuesday night. Best of 5 series. Morin out wide, cuts in front, her shot Desbiens, rebounds there. Dalton picks it up.
Well, you're seeing the defense activate. We've seen Keller through the middle. We've seen Girolamo, and now Morin.
She'll chase after the loose puck. Grant Menta is not far behind. Dalton leading up Keller deep in the zone as Hillary Knight looks to do some damage the other way. Tapani out wide. Spins back, feeds it to the point. Keller, D-to-D. Brown chips it down. Pelkey will pick it up. Ambrose will pin her up against the boards. Gives some room for Maureen Murphy to go for a skate. Murphy through center. Few bodies to get through. Looking to finish the job, but can't get by Brown. Back the other way for Keppel. She'll look to set up shop. Amanda Pelkey watching on. Keppel, Princeton graduate, slowing up pace. Cuts to center. Brandt on the back check as Montreal heads the other way. Hillary Knight taking a look up ice.
And that puck is going to come all the way back to Boston's end. Lots of deactivating in particular for Boston. Morin jumping in, and again that pause and the cut back to the middle. And listen, when your forehand's facing the middle of the ice and you have the lane to the net, you can throw it there and look to pounce on a rebound. But again, we've seen a number of the defenders for Boston jumping in or leading the attack.
Face off in Boston's end. Taven to the point. Ambrose out low for Poulin. Taking a look in front. Stacey tries for the shot. Now Hannah Brandt for Boston.
You see Erin Ambrose realize that Hannah Brandt is isolated, so she slashes across, pushes the play, forces her to dump it in, and then they've got the puck for the exit.
The teams taking very short shifts here in this second overtime.
Well, and this really is the question, how much you play your bench, because you're now in the second overtime, and we talked to Corey Chevry a little bit about that, and it can be so difficult trying to know and how to manipulate that bench, especially when your fourth line hasn't seen the ice.
An extra day off between now and game 3. Now Keller out in front, looking back door. Corey Murphy with a diving play. Kraken brings around to the near side. Marvin will pick it up. Empty net goal on her season so far. Feeds it far side for Frampton. She'll let the shot go. Redirected. Desbiens will stand tall. Head coach Courtney Kessel has said the Ounces have gone their way there later in the season. Will go this way tonight. Knight with a chance. A great feed by Pelkey. O'Neill now looking up ice. Stacey on the outside for Montreal. Slowing up for Poulet to join in on the play. Ambrose taken down by Pelkey. Taven, last player back. Taven pressured here. She'll spin it back. Ambrose takes a look. Murphy on the outside. Has Daou with her. Sends it down. A few skates on the way, so icing waved off. Megan Keller takes a look. Finds Sophie Shirley. He's had a game tonight on the outside. Looks for the chip and chase. That goes far side. Wazowski first on it. Boulier pressuring hard to the point. Brown, Keller with the one-time. Loose in front for Shirley.
Well, it's interesting. This was not in Megan Keller's wheelhouse at the blue line, but she adjusts her body position to be able just to get it to the net when that puck comes across to her as it works its way low to high. Look at Brown comes here, and it's not in there, but she adjusts her body to try and just get it to the net. It ricochets off, and you can see everyone net front, and it gets redirected, and right in front, you can see Shirley just trying to fire that puck on net any which way that she can. And just that spin and fire, but Renee Desbiens just tracks it perfectly and gets square to it.
On the outside, Montreal looking to bring that puck back closer here as that goes deep in the zone. Stacey pushed off the puck. Tappany sends it to center. Katie Taven taking a look. Poulin gloves it down. Montreal now. Stacey on the outside with a chance. Long shot, blocker save by Frankel. Montreal hoping to tie this series up before heading to Boston for game 3. Stacey on the outside. Poulin picks this puck right back up. Stacey cuts it in front. Her shot. Frankel was ready.
Trying to go forward at the dot there. Little trickery.
Maureen Murphy. It's been an overtime hero before. Keppel trying to keep this puck at center. Murphy helps her out. DiGirolamo goes D to D. Kraken up high, Babstock trying to get by O'Neill. She'll send it down. As a let's go Montreal chance start here in Place Belle. At the halfway point in this second overtime. Taven steps up on the reverse. Katie Taven through center. Looks to recover on the puck. Schatzel. Now off to Wazowski. Feeds it to the far side. Arvid for Boston. We'll flip it to the far end. Shirley will be first on it. Wazowski feeds it down low for Shirley. LaFour pressuring hard as that puck comes to the point. Keller, one-time shot off the boards, and Desbiens will hold. Face off to the right of Frankel. A quick break. These teams back to work. Brandt on the face-off. Back the other way is DiGirolamo at center. Pelkey on the far side. Spins off. Murphy pressuring. She'll send it deep to the zone. Grant Mentes on the far side, battling hard. Pinning Hillary Knight up against the boards. Kraken now lets the long shot go off the boards. Tucked ahead. You see Pelkey try to get a piece of it. Now Daou facing after it. Montreal's going to use this as a chance to go for a change.
Well, and Daou's done that a few times now when her line mates go for a change. She makes sure that she's still on the puck. She doesn't want to give up possession of it. Allow them to change. Don't allow Boston to come out and freewheel.
Poulin chips it ahead. She has O'Neill with her and Stacey on the far side. O'Neill down low. Stacey spins back. Trying to gain control of the loose puck. Daphne making it difficult. Keller. And O'Neill engaging in the board battle. Now to the point. Walking the line. Boulier lets the high shot go. Blocked. Rebound chance. Poulin gets that block shot and is able to get a shot in and around the slot. Now Keppel. Down low. Boulier getting it back up high for O'Neill. Mueller pressuring. Up high for Keppel as Brown feeds back for it. Keller on the near boards, ahead. Sophie Shirley out wide for Boston. Great pad save by Desbiens. LaFour will chip and chase. Icing will be the call. Tapney out wide for Boston. For Mueller at center, O'Neill or Stacey. Here's a chance for Stacey on the backhand. Keller drives her straight to the backboards. Megan Keller so strong one-on-one. Do the best going head-to-head here in overtime.
And you know the tendencies of players when you play them a lot. And Megan Keller knows Laura Stacey.
Tapney shot.
And likely knew she was just going to put her head down and drive that net at this point of the game.
Here comes Brown, picking up speed for Boston through center. Emily Brown held wide, tries for the shot in front. Got Charlie with her. Here comes Michaela Grant-Mentes for Montreal. Tries to tuck it back. Great look as Maureen Murphy was picking up speed on the far side. Zowski for Boston. Back into the hands of Grant-Mentes. She'll try again on the outside. Looks to beat Healy. Drives a backhand shot.
She's been so effective, hasn't she? Grant-Mentes, she has been tenacious. She's tried to create, and she's attacked.
Merrimack college graduate. Morin ahead for Knight. Time for O'Neill. Here she comes, Kristen O'Neill. Goal already on the night. She's the only one who's gone by Erin Frankel in this series. Ambrose, hard shot. O'Neill chasing after it. Morin looking ahead for Hillary Knight. Tabin keeps it in the zone. Jess Healy picks it up. Ambrose cuts the ice in half. Trying to flip it to O'Neill, but she went for a change. Able to keep things 5-on-5 too as diving jump into Montreal's bench.
You see Melody Daou coming out here with Poulin and Stacey. Now O'Neill was just on that last shift, so a little bit of a line shuffling here. Boulier
Deep in the zone. Looks ahead. Amanda Boulier picking up speed. On the outside. In front, O'Neill. A chance for Montreal. Poulin, Boulier, and one further. Ambrose. Now Daou in front. A great stop by Frankel. Kelly Daou, so much patience. She calls for it. Keppel shot. That gets blocked. Daou will keep it in. Daou, World Championship MVP, Olympic MVP. Getting time here late in the double overtime. Jill Henn net front as Keppel walks in. Stacey with a chance. My goodness. She just keeps getting closer. Laura Stacey in full control. Walks around, her shot redirecting off DiGirolamo's stick. Try again has been the anthem here for Laura Stacey in game 2.
Corey Chevry did say, you know, she'd be worried if she wasn't getting the chances, but she is.
Keller, nice move through the legs of Taven, kicks it out in front. Mueller picks it up, back for Tapney. She'll hold, lets the shot go, hitting the body of Chancel. She looks for the loose puck. Grant-Mentes at center, has Murphy with her. Lets the shot go, toe saved by Frankel. Under 3 to go here in double overtime. Last goal in the second period in regulation time over 2 hours ago was Kristen O'Neill on the power play. Anna Pelkey opened the scoring here tonight for Boston. Shirley deep in the corner, out front. Keppel scans, looks for an option. Finds Claire Dalton on the far side. Now Dalton has Melly Daou with her. Great blocker save by Frankel.
Well, she also had Kristen O'Neill, who'd come off the bench, who was in behind her, kind of like an eye-up situation. She could have dropped that puck to her as well.
Peter Alamo feeding it deep in the zone. Brandt measure a great hand dive by Kristen O'Neill. Cut that pass. Pelkey in the zone, looking for a play, lets the shot go. Desbiens was ready for it. Well, Corey Chevry has said the crowd has been the 7th player. They look to bring some energy here late in double overtime for the home team. O'Neill ahead for Stacey. Can't get by Deidre Alamo, takes her down in the process. Boston on the regroup. Morin on the far side. Boulin poke checks it away. Now in control in front of her own bench. Tapani pushes it ahead. A 2-on-1 unfolding for Boston. Tapani tonight shot. She misses. Hillary Knight with a chance to end it here in double overtime. Murphy the other way for Montreal. Shoots and a stop by Frankel. Boulin to Keppel in the slot. Sends it in front and cleared away by Tapani. She gets on her horse here. Marvin on the far side. A great stop by her. Well, Hillary Knight, what a chance for her. Marvin looking to close it out. Top of the circles, lets the shot go. That hits Ambrose on his way to the net. Under 40 seconds remaining in double overtime. A scramble in front of Desbiens. Poulin now looking ahead. Haven turning it on the play as Stacey chases after it. Final seconds. Well, double overtime was not enough. We will head to triple overtime here in game 2. Refill those drinks, grab a new snack.
Welcome back to Place Bell, where we are headed to triple overtime between Montreal and Boston. I am here with Michaela Grant-Mentis. Does the game plan change at all now that you're heading into a triple overtime?
No, I think we stick with the same game plan. I know we're all kind of like pretty exhausted at this point, so it's just sticking to the small details and making sure we're getting the puck out and stuff, but it's kind of like a brand new game now, so.
Have you ever played in a triple OT, or what's the longest overtime you've ever been in?
Yeah, never been in triple OT. The longest was when we played last on Thursday, so it's definitely a different new one for me, but I'm excited to play 2 hockey games in one day.
Best of luck. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Brown will pick it up for Boston. Tapani chasing after it. She was the overtime hero on Thursday. Now along the boards. Trying to win him out. Jobso gets a stick on it. Ambrose pins her up against the board. Allows Poulin to come in for help. Ambrose looking for a better option. Closing in on 1 hour of ice time here tonight.
Kind of makes me laugh. You know,
I can't help but laugh at this.
It's incredible when you think about it.
Deidre Alamo trying to feed this deep into Montreal's zone. Aaron Ambrose slowing up pace, looking for the centering pass to Stacey. With speed on the outside, Laura Stacey lets the slap shot go. Frankel makes the save.
Poulin goes towards the net, and you can see O'Neill bite it in the corner. And again, Laura Stacey coming in off of the rush, and again, just a quick exit off of the skate and just gets her head up. She's on her onside now. You can see that mid-lane drive by O'Neill. Just wanting to make sure you're pushing back the coverage. Laura Stacey probably could have walked in more, a little bit of sagging coverage there by the defenders. Deidre Alamo with a little bit back, so she could have continued on with that puck, but elects to take that shot knowing she's got that mid-lane drive.
Face off to the left of Frankel. Murphy taking the draw. Feller. Leads it ahead, Tapani. Mueller steps in. He's come up big before, Elena Mueller. Jobso on the outside. Spins back. Mueller looking to help her out.
Well, the twos are on one another. It's Keppel, a defender, up on Brown in the neutral zone.
Doing whatever it takes to get the next goal. Montreal with the home crowd in their favor here tonight. Looking to tie up this series.
Well, and often, you know, you're in a situation like this, you're in 3 overtime periods. A lot of the time you can play safe, so you're looking to chip pucks in deep. You're looking to use the boards to get it in, and a lot of the time you don't have a lot of gas in the tank to go get it.
Short shifts continue to be something said here as overtime continues. Devier comes out to play the puck, looking for Ambrose. Stacy drops it back, gives time for Poulin, picking up speed. Captain Clutch out wide for Dubois, but it will be offside.
Oh, that's going to be a frustrating one for Poulin. And listen, that's an odd player rush. It's a 3-on-2 opportunity. You got Dubois, Taven, who was on the far side, and who elected to pull back, and I was wondering why, because she was the third player to make the numbers. And again, it's just a beautiful bump off the wall by Stacey. You can see Poulin coming up the middle of the ice. Dubois holding the line. You cannot go offside in that situation, especially when you've got full possession on entry.
Dalton wins it back for Ambrose. Hayden sends it on net. Frankel will play it to the corner. Pelkey among the half boards for Boston. Over 2.5 hours ago was last time we saw a goal here tonight. It was O'Neill on the power play in the second period. And Pelkey out wide open the scoring here tonight, chasing after the loose puck. Goes first on it. Pushed up against the boards. That is moving it ahead. Montreal to center, looking for Claire Dalton. Scored big goals herself back in the college days. Claire Dalton getting a goal in overtime against Cornell back in 2023 in the Ivy League Championship. Claire Dalton looking for a passing option out here. Now deep in the zone, Taven. Working hard. Tappy steals it away. Chance in front. Mueller trying to pick up the loose puck. Brown, far side. Mueller back in on the loose puck. The game winner for Swiss national team in the most recent World Championship to keep them in Group A. Came up big that night. They should do it here for Boston.
Well, and Taffney, who created a turnover in that opening game to get that overtime winner, so she started the play and finished it off and created a turnover there for another opportunity.
Zowski feeds it ahead. Boston's defender will have some time to set up, but Poulin not far behind. Lum after it, Ambrose gloves it down. Aaron Ambrose out wide for Montreal. Shirley will flip it to center.
You're seeing a lot of dump and chase, dumping that puck in, just trying to chip it in behind. And I don't know, I'd be looking for possession on entry if I could, just because of that fatigue factor. You don't have to go get that puck, and you need support to be able to turn it over.
Pietramo trying to get by Kristen O'Neill. Send it back for Boulier. O'Neill at center. Offside will be the call. Foot race. Raymentes chasing after it. Murphy gonna win it back. Hung up by Knight. Kraken. Burnaby, BC. Up high. Montreal looking in control. Raymentes on the backhand shot. Trying for it. Raymentes drops it back. Dow taking a look. Far side pass. Can't bowler. Shot gets blocked. Picks up the loose puck. And another attempt just high. Boulier on the half boards. Deep in the zone. Trying to get by. Emily Brown. Raymentes battling hard. Let's go. Montreal chance back here. Kick off this triple overtime. These players, some energy.
Well, and it's difficult, right? Because the player off the puck has to be moving, you know, to be able to create speed. And when you're fatigued, you're not moving that quickly.
Hillary Knight with the chance and a great back check. Catherine Dow disrupting Hillary Knight's game plan. Now Montreal the other way. A shot. Frankel makes the save. There, Dalton taking the net off on her attack.
Well, from one end to the other, and it's going to be a great defensive play with Hillary Knight's got the puck. And who's coming back, and with that back pressure, gets a stick on it. She gets to the middle of the ice and is able to just take that puck away, and that transition gets him going the other way. And LaFleur driving the net, driving the dot, takes the shots up in the air. Wouldn't have counted. Dalton looking to knock it out of the air, but in the process, knocks the net off its pegs.
Stacey taking a look. Now to the point. Even shot gets blocked. Shavzel pushing it along the boards. Poulin to the slot. Stacey Tabin near side for Ambrose. She has a lane. Back one time by Stacey. Erin Frankel. We are witnessing greatness. My goodness, what a game for this goaltender.
Well, and it all starts off of the boards, and it's just a beautiful pop play. And listen, anytime you're closely connected and you're able to move that puck off the wall up high, now all of a sudden you get it cross ice. She pulled that coverage outside. It comes back to the middle of the ice for that one-timer by Laura Stacey. Erin Ambrose looking off. We talked about her deceptive eyes. She's looking down towards the net. She beats Stacey for the one-timer, but like Erin Frankel does, she gets aggressive right to the top of her crease to be able to make that save.
Erin Frankel has been the story here in this series. Game 1, so 54 shots. Now entering triple overtime. Ambrose out in front, trickles in hand, but it wasn't enough. Montreal getting closer. 56 shots on net now for Montreal. Another busy night for Frankel. Poulin not slowing down. O'Neill in front to the point. Ambrose settles. She'll hold. Erin Ambrose to Poulin, top of the circles. Out in front, just missing the net. Stacey hopes to pick it up. Now out in front, the puck's loose, steered away by Sydney Morin, and she'll send that down. Montreal hoping to keep this in Boston's zones. The puck heads out to neutralize. Melody Daou back in the zone. Chips it down. Raymentes along the half boards. Spins through traffic. DiGirolamo now the other way. Scooped up Shavzel. Austrian native. Beating it deep into Montreal's corner. Now Tapani. Out in front. A quick pass looking for Mueller. DiGirolamo will keep it in. Tapani beats it down. Mueller. Trying to outwork Bouillet. Tries to cut out in front. Now a wraparound play instead to Healy. Top of the circles. Loads a high shot. Davies saw through. Bringing Classbell to their feet to cheer on their goaltender and Renee Davies.
Well, this place below the goal line is going to be Alina Mueller. She's coming out of the scrum with her feet moving. There's a sense of urgency as she plows out. So she winds up with one little evasive move. But look at her feet. And she moves and she's pushing that puck towards the net. Yes, who recovers it? It's going to be Sophie Shirley who says, listen, I got a little bit of play here. Healy is available because the coverage is all low because the puck was below the goal line. So let's move it to the high ice.
Poulin versus Knight to the face-off dot. Knight wins it back, looking for Brown. Tabin. Now time, Babcock the other way for Boston. Her shot, Davian plays it to the corner. She picks it right back up. Brandt, a lane, her shot gets blocked.
Brandt just waited that extra second because there was no traffic in front of the net. She wanted someone there on that shot, especially when she's got the likes of Hillary Knight on her line.
Ambrose with speed, finding Stacey. She chips it in. Montreal will go for a wholesale change. Keller looking to take advantage. Mazowski. Leads to a turnover. Dalton to chip it in. Stuck in center. Bouillet feeds it far side. Sarah Lafour. Looking for Dalton. Back in front. David looks to become a passing option. Lafour laying the body here. Mazowski will head off. We've hit the halfway point here in triple overtime. Out in front, a loose puck, steered away. Bouillet hopes to keep it in. Now it's a foot race. Mueller versus Keppel, and she'll beat her there. Shavzel picks it up, going one-on-one. Teresa Shavzel shoots, and a save made by David. Tapani looking for the rebound, but she couldn't get it. Another big roar here inside Place Bell. These athletes approaching 2 complete hockey games here tonight. And the Davian chants have started. Mueller, her shot off the stick of Bouillet. So a quick break here. 2-minute breather for both teams as Shavzel had Great look against Desbiens.
Well, it's a battle of the goaltenders as well. Chavzal, and you can see that Boulier is back deep, and she was caught out of position when that puck turned over. And Desbiens has to make a quick save, and an athletic save at that as the puck goes the other way. It's there by Pelkey, who's able to get a stick on it, but it goes up and sits atop the net.
You can see just the sheer disappointment on Pelkey's face when it landed on top of the net. Morin here for Boston. Down in the zone, out in front, a chance for Boston, and they score! Net front! A game winner in triple overtime. Taylor Wazowski looks like she tapped it in. And Boston takes this series 2-0.
But this comes right off of the face-off. You see Morin, she's going to come down. She had a play earlier. You can see Wazowski, who's net front battling, and she just that little bit of a roll-off, right? And a little bit of a miscommunication there. Keppel goes to the puck carrier in Morin. So the switch-off happens here. So she rolls away from her check. And she gets lost just for a second, and that is all it takes. And Wazowski through the 5-hole of Desbiens, who's coming out to challenge. And that'll be all she wrote.
A goal to remember for Taylor Wazowski. Her first in the PWHL is a game-winning goal in triple overtime to bring her team with a 2-0 series lead here in the PWHL playoff semifinals.